Well, hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to
Happy
the stream.
Tuesday, bro.
Welcome to the stream. Hello, Garrett. How are you?
I am back.
Loaded statement.
I am back. Yes, I am back. I'm going through post-Texas food depression.
Sure.
I dropped and cracked my phone coming home, so I have a cracked glass screen. The truck is fixed.
Grats.
Dogs are good. Very happy to see us.
Good. I'm glad the dogs are good.
And I, was a part of many people that successfully surprised the living shit out of our good friend Justin Robert Young for his 40th birthday. Yeah.
That's awesome. 40th? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Surprise 40th birthday. Was executed, planned. What's the right word for this?
Executed sounds right.
Yeah, executed brilliantly by his wife Ashley,
nice.
Who invited basically everyone that has ever inspired me in content creation, at least in the early days of podcasting.
Cool. Yeah.
To hey, yo, Justin's having a big birthday. Let's go surprise him.
That sounds awesome, man.
Dude, it was hilarious. Oh my God. There's multiple videos out there. If you follow Justin on Twitter, I believe he's retweeted almost all of them. Watching his eyes get exponentially larger as he recognized more and more people in the room.
That's
and
adorable.
connected the synapses of how far away these people live.
Yeah.
One person came from New Zealand. In terms of just how far people traveled for it. It was quite the event. It was very heartwarming. It was worth it. Honestly, it was worth it just for the barbecue, but it was worth it just to see the look on his freaking face.
Oh, fight's canceled because of rain. Wait. Why am I not auto deploying?
Because you're fighting.
But I'm not. I've stopped. Wait, auto deploy.
I'm not auto deploying either.
Oh, maybe because we were boxing when the rain started. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't work that way.
There's more than one way to get this going.
Yeah, let's there we go. Okay. All better. Fight's delayed for rain.
Auto deploy only works in towns.
Oh.
I was unaware of this.
Oh. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you were like pulling and your menu changed into change pose and dance and stuff, could be dangerous. That's probably the right choice. Probably the right choice to do that.
People are asking if you survived Snowmageddon. Did it snow?
Oh yeah, dude, and it's snowing right now. Actually, we got frozen over the weekend. We were frozen in.
Oh shit!
Because it did it was treacherous. It was definitely treacherous. We have a place by us that's a rolling hill. They didn't do jack about it. It was a major thoroughfare too. They didn't do jack. No salt, no gravel. And so I've driven a lot of mountains. I grew up in the Rockies. I've done a lot of skiing. So I was doing the pump my brake. I was taking it really slow, had my blinkers on and stuff. I was navigating well. But a SUV, 2 cars behind me, just right into the middle tree. And, by the time I'm driving home from the grocery store, there's a cop set up and the firefighters are getting out the medical stuff. And so that happened right behind me.
Oh my word. Well, I'm glad you weren't struck by an out of control vehicle.
So it's like that. It's insane. And then the next day it hits 40 and then goes to 19 overnight. So everything is black ice, the whole of outside. Someone took out the entire awning down my hill, that covers cars, just took it out because they came down the hill and just slammed into it. So
that's wild.
Yeah. So it's been nonstop crashes. It's been insanity here in Portland, and the city was not prepared for it. And now it's snowing some more. So
you know what's coming, right?
What?
You know what's coming. It's clap back. Let me tell you what's happening in Florida right now.
Oh, okay.
It's currently 82 degrees. 82 degrees. Not super humid. Went for a run yesterday. It felt great. Oh my God. It was beautiful out. Austin was nuts, dude. They just had a freeze. They had this weird thing where it wasn't cold enough on the ground to keep snow, but it was cold enough just a few feet up that as the rain was hitting the trees, it was instantly freezing on the branches and leaves.
Oh, interesting. Sounds pretty.
So it would build up and build up and build up and build up. And so leaves were falling off of the trees as giant heavy pieces of ice and exploding. And then so much ice would collect on the limbs that the limbs would randomly just break off violently. So I saw the aftermath of this. I went over to Brian Brushwood. I'm just gonna drop podcast names.
Drop podcast names all day.
Drop names the whole time. I went to
Talking
Brian
about good
Brushwood's compound. He has multiple acres that he does all of his YouTubery on. If anyone's a fan of the Modern Rogue YouTube, that Brian Brushwood went and got a tour. I was out of breath by the end of it. He has so much land and it's at elevation, and I'm used to Florida. So yeah, but yeah, I got a full tour, and dude, it looked like a hurricane went through. It was insane. Just entire trees fell over from the ice, like entire freaking trees on top of like lots of down branches and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah. So I had an intensely at-home weekend, which was really fun. You know, like we took the 3-year-old out playing in the snow, and that novelty was fun. But you know, then it was all Mario Karts and baby walks and all that sort of thing. So it's been chill, but we're all getting a little cabin fevery. It looks like it might continue with it snowing right now.
That happens to me in the rainy season in Florida.
Sure.
When I just can't, you just really can't do anything else. Last year, though, we installed an overhang, so I'm looking forward to this rainy season because I'm just going to sit outside and watch the rain.
Chill. That does sound chill. Well, yes. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and you all are safe from the weather. Thank you to Azaleen, who said, I showed you my Amarat. Praise to respond. Tomorrow, we'll have a fine video for you.
Oh, we will. Yeah, we've 2 more videos to close out our closing thoughts on 5.0.
Yep.
2 more videos. And then God knows what else. We gotta talk about the 2 optional dungeons. We're gonna probably want to talk about whatever it is we do today. We'll see. Maybe it's terrible. I'll be like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
I'm kind of curious to see what 5.3 is, because we've been told that's like the end of it. So
it's a 0.3 patch. It's how it always is, usually.
But Thursday we're doing Eden. We're doing the first wing of the raid. With Thancred and Reen there. Yeah. And
I thought it was E1N.
That's like the like moniker, because it's the thumbnail, right? I try to keep the thumbnails.
Wait, is this which Eden Raid is not
Near?
What's the thing I just started playing? Near.
No.
Eden Raid is not Near Raid, right?
No, Near is the Alliance Raid, is my understanding.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. So that's the 8-man, because the Near Raid is the Alliance Raid? Yes?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Cool. DOS Near is definitely a game. That's my take right now.
Okay. There it is.
It is a game. I don't think I'm ready to meet it on its terms, so it seems a bit like a bunch of nonsense to me right now.
Is it like, are you learning something fun nonsense like JoJo? Are you learning that like synapses and robots make them hump each other or something like that?
No, it's a little. Go easy on me, everybody. I'm very early into the game. It's a little generic, like Apocalypse. The humans made androids. The humans are missing, and the androids are searching for purpose.
Okay.
It has yet to hook me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is yet to. I have not felt a great desire to pick it back up.
Did it satisfy the plane for you?
It did. It was a good playing game.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good playing game. Plus, you can really drive the difficulty low to where there's a bunch of auto-targety stuff, which I wasn't feeling it, so that's exactly what I did.
Sure. I mean, you're
lovely.
on a plane.
It was lovely for just I don't know, let's go. I did just make it to a really adorable robot village, though, and I thought that was the first time where I was like, oh, this game's kind of adorable. The game's kind of cute. Really good music.
Nice.
So, it took a while for me to hit a track that I thought was cool. Like the beginning, because everyone, as usual, people give you their opinions, then you get expectations. But a lot of people were like, the music's so good. I was like, I'm like 2 hours in, and I barely noticed the music.
Sure.
But about when you get to the first big open world area, the music gets pretty vibey. I could totally do some graphic design.
Open world, eh? That's a frightening word.
To open world, no, I would guess I would say it's open worldy. Yeah. Now I'm trying to explain Nier, and now I understand why people were absolutely honest when they gave me a million answers to what Nier was.
Interesting.
They were not being cagey. They were being absolutely honest to the experience of Nier.
We've been in Elden Ring, so like all is paused. Everything is like, I've got so many things I want to be playing, but we're gonna get through Elden Ring. We made it to Volcano Manor. We're hitting our stride. Got to get rid of the gargoyles. You know, we got a lot of bosses to do, so everything is Elden Ring right now in this house.
All in Elden Ring all the time.
Yeah.
I fell behind in my replay of Last of Us, and I picked it up last night before I went to bed. And boy, I love that game.
It's a good game.
Boy, howdy, do I love The Last of Us.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah. Also, have you caught up on the show?
No. I've still got 2 episodes. I've got 2 episodes stockpiled right now.
Because of how they did the Tommy episode, I forgot how much combat there is when you get the Tommy in the game.
Right.
It is just stuffed with combat, just to the brim. And the show was just like, nah, we don't need any of that.
Makes sense,
which,
you know?
Which is fine, because it would have just been more, you know, it would have been 2 episodes back to back fighting with like random bandits, right? If you're doing it on the show. So I think it was actually pretty smart to just omit that from that section. But oh boy, I'm feeling a lot of deep love for The Last of Us again right now. That's what I'm doing. That's my experience.
Sure, we have here, personal information, but we hit 3 months, which is actually, in many regards, people kind of have this new philosophy that's called the 4th trimester, where you basically take care of the woman what gave birth and needs to heal, because she needs 3 months too, to recover. So we're past that, but now we're in like heavy baby. Like, I want to be picked up, want to be entertained, want to see faces. So when kids go to bed, we have one activity, and that one activity right now is Kristen playing Elden Ring. And me supporting however I can, whether I'm making the snacks or I'm checking on the kids, they're crying, walking the baby, putting them back to sleep. Like, it is all Elden Ring.
Holding a living, breathing body weight.
Yes. So I have like 2 hours a night, and Last of Us is good, but it's not Elden Ring. And it's, so my time is super, super limited right now, and I'm having to make tough cuts.
Well, I don't recommend Nier.
I am like, I would be curious.
I don't think it'll pull your attention away from Elden Ring, is my point.
Sure. I mean, Elden, and that's why I was like, oh, open world, because Elden Ring's open world has been so impressive. It's been so constantly expanding itself and being like, and challenging how much content you think is in a game. Elden Ring has been incredible, and I heard they announced DLC today for it, and that's all awesome.
Nice. Do you still have time for glam? Asked Silver. There's always time for glam.
I mean, I am doing repeat outfit today, yes. So over this next 3 months, as we they don't call it the 5th trimester, but you get the idea. My glam game may decrease slightly around the stream. Also, they apparently redecorate our house, so we got to go visit that today. We can end there. Yeah. But my glam game will decrease slightly during this next heavy 3 months as baby comes online.
We'll end walk there.
Sure. Sounds good. Yeah.
Wiggle, thanks for the super chat earlier. Said, oh my god, 16 looks amazing. Someone please buy me a DeLorean so I can play it now. Otherwise, howdy, y'all.
Howdy. Hello.
I hear a new video came out. It took me a while to figure out what it was, but there was just a lot of mentions about things we should watch and then maybe not watch because there were spoilers, and no one told me what the video was actually about until I asked. And I guess a new 16 video came out today. We will not be watching it.
Yeah, it's like pre-copy, pre-play or something, pre-review kind of thing. Some chunk of the game, maybe.
Sure.
I have no idea.
Sure. Yeah. But I'm gonna play the game, so I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Also,
I don't need to see more.
If I see more, my preconceptions about wanting a turn-based game will just continue to grow. So I would rather the game impress me with how good it is, because any previews are gonna show gameplay that I don't think I personally like.
Yeah. Unless they want to give us a preview.
Yeah, they want to give us a preview.
They want to send us a preview. We'll play it ourselves.
That's fine, too.
We'll play it ourselves. I'll make my own preview video. I'm totally down for that.
Yeah.
But, nah. Vernacular Ham, thanks for the super chat. Saw the Ultra Florida Man cigar smoking tweet. Your impressions of a 90s Trapper Keeper cover is spot on.
What? People smoked on Trapper Keeper covers?
You've never been to a Nerdtacular, have you?
No, I haven't.
So at Nerdtacular, which was the old podcast convention that I used to go to out in Utah, hosted by our buddy Scott Johnson, he would put it on every year. He hasn't done one since 2017, but it used to be a thing I went to annually. There's a good mutual friend of all of ours. It goes by Mitsula. Mitsula lives in Las Vegas. I'm not going to give you more detail on that because I'm assuming you don't know Mitsula, but Mitsula is a big cigar aficionado. Big fan of the cigars.
Okay.
And every Nerdtacular, he would put together an unofficial event called Smoke Monster, where he would just bring a ton of cigars.
Okay.
He would get custom cigar labels printed. I designed them one year because it was Smoke Monster 3. So it was Smoke Monster 3 Revenge of the Smoke or something. I forget. I have the design somewhere. I still have some labels around here somewhere, as a matter of fact. Everyone would just get together and have a cigar. Don't smoke, kids. But as we were all in the same place, Mitsula put on another Smoke Monster at Justin's birthday.
Cute.
With custom labels. And I had my first cigar in like 4 years. Enjoyed it. There's some lovely individuals running around with a very nice camera and snapping very nice looking photographs. And if you go on my Twitter, you'll see a photo of me looking Florida as fuck.
Dude, that's badass. Holy shit. Like, what an awesome event for your 40th birthday. You had like a mini con all for yourself. That's really cool.
Yes. Also, the first night hanging out with Justin, we drank a lot, and Justin told me what he thinks I'm the best at. And I'm not going to tell you, but I will know that it made me a little misty-eyed to get such a compliment.
Oh.
And he made me feel things. So thank you, Justin. It was your birthday, but I was the one receiving a gift.
Oh, that's great. That's cute.
I really like Justin, so getting any compliments from him means a lot.
Clearly the guy's touched a lot of lives if he's calling a convention for his birthday in. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, he's just a rad dude, and very much like my kind of energy. He grew up in Florida, so similar vibes. Say Wahi, thanks for the super chat. How's your post 5-0 high treating you? Good. I just want to vibe.
Yeah.
It was so a lot. It was so good and so high that you'll hear our some thoughts on this tomorrow, but I keep coming back to it. Feels like I finished a really good book, and even though I know there's another one, I need a minute.
Agreed.
I need to chill. For a bit. Eric, thanks for the super chat. Said near raids were a tough sell for me. Most people have only played Automata, but yeah, it's the 5th game in the series. LOL. Yeah, I googled it. It's yeah.
I mean, I'd be curious to check it out too, like ahead of time, for the raid and all that. Pick it up on Switch myself and stick a toe in there.
I feel like what I now understand about the game and how there's multiple endings and stuff, like a lot of different potential endings, that worrying about the order of things seems a little unnecessary.
Sure.
And that's where I ended up, because I spent about an hour googling what one should I play first, and then I went I give up, and then I just played Automata because it's on the Switch. That's what I did. I put my hands up. I said, yeah, I give up. I don't care this much, and I just started playing.
It's worth that's kind of one of those two where I feel like it'd be worth getting invested in the modern version, and then maybe like Witcher 2. I wouldn't recommend to the majority of players that you would all play Witcher 1. And unless you're like some kind of crazy...
I would argue that Witcher 1 is borderline unplayable.
Yes, but it is
Witcher
interesting.
Witcher 2 is funny because I've actually beaten Witcher 2 and I haven't beaten Witcher 3.
One's a bit more linear too, so...
Yeah. Witcher 2 impressed the shit out of me. It was one of those things that was like I had no idea what it was. I saw it was on sale on Steam and I bought it on a whim. And then it just proceeded to blow my mind. But, yeah. And then I went to Witcher 3 with expectations and kept getting sidetracked because the side quests are really good.
They are really good,
and never finished the damn thing. So, yeah. PMAC, thanks for the super chat, said, I actually stopped listening to the instance before Garrett joined. It's weird how things come back around, hearing Nerdtacular and stuff again. Yeah, I bet that is weird.
Small world.
Yeah, it was kind of weird doing this meetup with Justin and Austin, because like like my other buddy, like Tom Merritt was there, and like other podcasters I know and respect and grew up with, and I'm used to only seeing them either at Nerdtacular or BlizzCon. So for us all to just be hanging out in a Texas bowling alley was wild.
That's great.
It really felt like a dream. Like it didn't feel real. Yeah. Oh, and then I got introduced to someone else, and they went to a high school down the street from us. They don't live here anymore, but
Small world.
yeah, we were just like, oh, didn't have that on my bingo card for this trip. Eric, oh, thank you for the other super chat. Said, I'm at less the vibe of I should play in order and more. I need more context for what is happening here. I was flummoxed the more I searched for context. I will admit, the deeper I dug for context, the more I was like, this is befuddling me more, and I kind of just want to jump into a game while I'm still interested.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like something that really should be, particularly if it enjoys the fun of its craziness, kind of like Bayonetta or something like that. Like, it sounds like something that shouldn't have a bunch of caveats on it. If you dig it, you dig it, and if you don't, walk away. Maybe you'll come back someday. But
I can see where if you ask someone who's really invested, if you should play, where they would immediately be like, thinking of all of the contexts,
yeah,
all of the various contexts, and kind of like how we've been talking about how the hell do we even recommend Final Fantasy 14 at this point? Because to say the story is good is a little simplistic, and to try and get more specific than that is a spoiler, and B, probably wouldn't land because you need to experience it for yourself. So,
well, and
I get it.
We're also in a weird. This has been going on a long time, but there's a lot of shock value early on in games where the sexiness or the brutality of something is greatly increased. Like, I love talking about how much I like Dress Up Darling. I thought that show was adorable. But the first episode has a rather long shot on a foot. And you're like, oh, it's going to be one of those kind of animes. And I bet Nier isn't so different. Like, the beginning probably is pretty loud about what it is.
I don't think it is.
No, it doesn't have that.
The beginning felt pretty tame to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like know, that new Game of Thrones thing they did. Like in the first episode, I'm like, well, this is just gonna be a sad show. I'm not watching this. I have no interest in this thing. And I hear it goes on.
Dragon, for me, I'm just at this point, I'm just watching for Matt Smith being the biggest douchebag I've ever seen committed to film, and I love it. He is having so much fun being a horrible person, and it's great.
Big normie great. Filter. Yeah, I get bad marketing decision, but true.
I will say the opening moments of Nier, it's kind of bombastic in game mechanics, but not in spectacle. In my opinion. But it's hard to go into that without talking specifics. Jelani super chatted, put this towards the GG Steam Deck fund. I now want Nintendo Directs as Steam Deck showcases. Oh, I now watch Nintendo Directs as Steam Deck showcases.
Sure.
Good to know. Yeah, man, I'm still on my launch day Switch that has Joy-Con drift if I take the Joy-Cons off.
Wow, weird.
Yeah. Totally fine if they're on the console.
Yeah.
And now when I dock it, I just play with my Pro Controller, and it's totally fine. I know that they'll still fix it for you, but like I don't feel like dealing with it. And then Silver, thanks for the super chat, said, how far along into the MSQ are your significant others? No, not the one you share a bromance with. Katie hasn't played in a while. She's not very far at all.
Titan dinner quest. So I think she's about to hit long stop. About to do the long stop.
I believe Katie was she kind of got turned off by the first solo duty.
The first solo duty? Which one would that be?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if it was actually the first one or not.
Yeah.
The one where you fight the lame Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She did not like that. And I don't think she's played it since.
But like I said, we're also just like really heavy in Elden Ring. Kristen is a huge Dark Souls fan, loves FromSoft games. And it is the best way to feel like a person again, an independent person who has your own interests and not just has a baby attached to them 24/7. So it's about embracing who you are right now and feeling free like an adult. It Yeah, I'm excited for some Elden Ring DLC too. I think it's gonna be fun. I want to play. What I really want to play with you is Sons of the Forest. That's what I really want to play right now too. I want to.
Oh, Sons of the Forest.
The Forest was an absolutely bizarre, wild survival game, and Sons of the Forest is the sequel, which seems to have a light interest in continuing the story, but. You could. I mean, I would sell it to you like, oh, it's like a Valheim.
Oh, this is the thing with the fleshy tooth monsters in the woods.
Yes. So it's like a
nightmare fuel.
It's like cannibals, but then they also become human centipedes and all sorts of crazy crap.
Buh. Yeah, I remember the trailer for The Forest way back in the day, going like viral and shit. Like it would just be like no context forest trailer, and it really freaked me out.
Yeah, no, it looks fun. It looks fun. Exploring caves, managing our wood.
I want to get us both VR2 headsets and force you to play Gran Turismo with me. That's what I want. Dude, oh my god, one of my favorite YouTube. I haven't played Gran Turismo in like a year, but one of my favorite YouTubers is a Gran Turismo YouTuber by the name of Super GT. Even though I haven't played in a long time, I watch every video he puts out. I love. I could listen to him narrate a freaking phone book, but he put out 2 VR videos because Sony sent him a headset, and damn it looks so fun. It looks so fun. Also, from a technical aspect, they're reviewing very well. I guess they put freaking OLED screens in there, which is insane to me because I have a old Oculus. OLED is the you know, I got my TV and I was really nerding out about it because like the blacks are super black.
Right. Yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah. OLEDs are. It's like the way I understand it is like every pixel is an individual diode that can be completely turned off if they want it to for a black, so you can actually get like pure lightless black, as opposed to just an LED where it's just backlit. So yeah, the reviews I've seen for the PSVR 2. From a technical aspect, seem really impressive. But I haven't played Gran Turismo in like over a year, and it's the only reason I want the damn thing. Because I'm not really a Horizon fan, and that's the other big like VR game for it. So,
Horizon Zero Dawn and all those.
They put out a VR only standalone game. Like you play as a new character with a new story. Call of the Mountain? I believe it's called Call of the Mountain.
Yes, okay, I've seen that. I've seen that advertised.
I hear if you have a fear of heights, it will absolutely trigger your fear of heights.
Sure. I did just one of those simple like fly around as Iron Man games once, and it's definitely some serious vertigo, the chest falling business.
Yeah. I picked up that old Oculus I have just to play Star Wars Squadrons, and it was so cool. It was so freaking cool. But anywho, shall we get rolling?
Yeah. Let's head to quest. The quest is located in the Crystarium. We need to find Glynard.
Oh, Glynard. My good buddy Glynard.
Yeah.
I'll pay.
Oh, very
We're in a party, right? Yep,
yeah,
we're in a party.
Where did you go? Oh, you kind of went forward.
I walked forward a little bit. There. Enjoy your freebie, you moocher.
Thank you very much.
I always think of Invader Zim.
You
when
moocher?
I hear the word moocher.
I don't remember moocher.
Yes, gorge yourselves, you moocher.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, the original, the two leaders, yeah, the tallest.
Yeah,
that's
which were
right.
from those are voiced by actors from Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the Hall?
Did you never watch Kids in the Hall?
I've never heard of this.
Oh wow. Really?
I didn't have cable, so I don't even know.
I mean, it was like a buddy would lend you a VHS when I was a kid.
Oh,
because it was a Canadian sketch comedy show. I don't even think it originally aired in the States.
Huh.
I think it eventually got picked up on Comedy Central. I forget exactly how I saw it. Where are we going?
To the bar by the looks of it, and there is a yellow quest called Shadow Walk With Me.
Oh.
Kinda.
Kyle, I do believe that is a Twin Peaks reference.
Oh, wonderful.
I do believe
I'm kind of chonking in the Crystarium. Let me see if I got something running in the background.
Kyle, if you ever pick up Twin Peaks, do yourself a favor. Do not look up a chronological order, because you should not start with Firewalk with Me. Do not start with it.
Okay, I won't.
Just start with Twin Peaks.
All right, Karth, it's time to get down. Come on. Lap time.
Thank you, Jelly. Thank you, Jelly Shark Bat, for the super chat. Karth graced us with his presence, and now I am blessed. Here's something to go towards this catnip fund.
He likes the
Also,
catnip.
John D. Arthur super chatted. Karth's appearance just summoned my own cat for cuddles, so only fair I tip them for.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ah,
No.
nice.
Come on, bud. Lap time. Come on.
Has he ever listened to you when you pat your lap and talk to him like he's a dog?
And then I put my hands up, like exposing the lap and revealing the pets of which could be found inside. It's gonna be a readie too. We're gonna be reading. It's gonna be great, Karth. Come on down. Come on.
Oh, speaking of which, let me get my OBS up for clip purposes.
Come on, buddy. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, butt stretch. All right, come on.
Let's see. How do I do a poll? I'm gonna let's see, start a poll.
There we go. All right, we did it. We did it.
Just gonna do a little impromptu pollage here that I did not ask Kyle if it was okay.
Okay. And what are you doing?
There it is. Just tally up your votes. Tally up your votes when you have a second.
Okay. All right, but there's no time limit on this, right?
No, do you see a time limit?
Okay, no, I don't. I'm just letting everyone know.
Do you see a time limit?
My top of the show rant holds up, and I will be spending my very limited time facilitating Elden Ring. Facilitating
okay.
Elden Ring. Though I honestly, I'm.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
I mean, I'm willing to just like hate watch Twin Peaks at this point, because every freaking time I do anything right now, it's like, that's like 10 out of Twin Peaks. Oh, I tripped, an accident. Oh, that was just like in Twin Peaks. Oh man, I really organized my claws. Like, oh, you would love this episode of Twin Peaks. You would love it.
How often does this come up?
It happens. It's not just you. It's happening more and more. It's entered maybe the MMO zeitgeist. Like, more people and more games are like Twin Peak referencing, and it sounds like Dawson's Creek. Yeah, it's like JoJo references exactly.
You don't know. You haven't seen anything from David Lynch except for Dune.
Likely, yes, that sounds right.
Like, you haven't seen Eraserhead or...
Oh, I've seen Eraserhead.
Drive.
Yeah.
You've seen Eraserhead.
Yeah.
Okay, then you've got a frame of reference. That's David Lynch. So what you need to know about Twin Peaks is that half of the show is David Lynch, and the other half of the show is Mark Frost, who has severe love for soap operas. So if you could imagine someone who has a love for soap opera and someone who is as big of a nut as David Lynch making a show together, that's why it's beloved and much like Nier, virtually impossible to explain to someone why they should watch it and give a shit.
Like Nier.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, Zeitgeist. I might not be saying that right.
Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist. Yeah, Zeitgeist.
I like Geist better. That's
like
more
Geist,
fun,
like tall
but...
Geist. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the tall Geist.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially, you have someone who's into pretty crowd pleasing entertainment, and another person who just wants to make art films, clashing together on a serialized television show.
It sounds like a good combo. You kind of got your Walt Disney and your Roy, even each other out.
Kind of my vibe. Kind of the vibe, yeah. And you can really see it come through. But yeah, something you just got to go for it, man. Because I'm sorry, it's like A Realm Reborn. It's like, just stick with it.
You just gotta go for it.
Just frickin' stick with it. All right.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
Glynerd.
Glynerd says... he's overjoyed to welcome the conquering hero's return. I don't remember who was Glynerding.
Well, how many? You were definitely emo boy. Who was the cat man? Were you all the main characters?
Checking for the role quest?
Yeah.
No, because you were.
Oh, that's right. I was
you were
the dwarf.
Drunken dwarf.
Yes.
And who was the other one?
Catman, emo dude, drunken dwarf, and the last one was Archer boy. There was Archer boy, who did the magic
Archer
quest.
boy the Catman?
No, Archer boy was the magic quest because we found the little boy in the black hole.
Yes. No, Catman.
They were both archers, I think, or they both had bows.
Do we have two archers?
Yes. Yeah, that was the weird thing about the magic
then.
quest is there was no wizard we were hanging out with.
Yeah. The magic quest, the other archer didn't make an impression.
No, but he was there to facilitate like a.
Of all the role quest characters, that dude is the most forgettable for me.
I would say so, but he was there to like support the kid storyline, so I thought it was fine.
Lou Reek really grew on me.
Yeah, he was cute. He was a cute story.
Yeah. And would you like to? I can Glynerd.
I'll Glynerd.
Okay. Glynerd away.
Well, if it isn't the great hunter himself.
Glynerd Skinnerd, buddy.
As if you don't know, our four cardinal virtues laid low, all with your help. You are the talk of the stair, Valentuna. When the night returned to Lakeland, we knew in our hearts that change was on the horizon. But never did I dare hope that you might help rid us of those terrible fiends.
So terrible.
You've surpassed my wildest expectations.
Did you lean back and not accept the compliment?
I think I gave like a half-hearted like thumbs up for half a second.
Oh, my guy like leaned back and like shook his hands like, no, please. Oh, stop. Not mine, Glynerd. When I first laid eyes on him, I had an inkling that he was the hero we'd been waiting to come along.
Ha! Easy claim after the fact.
That's how I feel about a lot of YouTube comments.
If you'd indulge me, though, we got some real winners on that last video. I would love to hear how you tell the tale. How you tell how it all played out. The hunting of the virtues, that is. And we tell the tale.
Too real?
My word. There's so much more than I realized. And there I thought you had only had to track down the bloody things. Gods, though. The things you learned about the Warrior of Light. So many secrets and details lost over time. And for all their hard work and sacrifice, they somehow brought about the flood. Can't say I understand it all, but it's a bloody tragedy it is. And we should gather the others and toast to their memories. Heroes of Eld, brave and true, to be remembered forevermore.
Now, I'll thank you not to let your bleeding heart drive you to offer up a fortnight's stock of spirits. Attend to your customers and let me speak with the hero of here and now. That's a good eyebrow raise. You just gave her the people's eyebrow.
Whatever would I do without your good sense and wisdom? Very well. I'll leave you to entertain him, but don't think we won't have that drink someday. Massive wave.
Tuna, Val, I must thank you both for sharing with us such incredible tales. 'Tis only right that I repay you in kind. With the ending, that is, with the story of the true villain who towers above the virtues, the devil more deserving of death than any that yet lingers in this world. If your curiosity has been piqued, then meet me atop the balcony overlooking the crystalline mean. I will be waiting there until you do.
Oh.
Ba-da-ba. It was a really calm conversation, and then the quest complete music just like kicks the door down. Are you jamming, son?
Yeah. Well, there was enough. Did you see that Ellison? Oh, look at that Ellison over there. I think something's going down. It was going down.
What?
Oh, well, all the whole time we were doing the role quest, people in chat were going, oh, look at that. What a strange Ellison on the horizon. Isn't that an odd Ellison?
Well, you even called out the odd Ellison.
Yeah, and then there's the person in the most recent one we did in the cave there, where there was, we haven't addressed her. Like, she was the 5th person in the party, and we just keep kind of highlighting over her. So I think that's the same name, Celia or Selena or Celiac.
Sayella?
Shadows walk with me.
Isn't celiac a type of disease?
Yeah,
Isn't celiac disease a thing?
I think it's called a disease, but it just means you can't process wheat, right? Isn't that that's gluten intolerance? I'm pretty sure that's gluten intolerance.
I have no idea. Yes. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure why it's called a disease.
Well, I mean, a disease is a disease.
I know, but disease makes me think of, like, little bacteria getting busy. But I'm likely wrong. I'm not a doctor.
I'm really glad you cleared that up. I was worried there for a moment.
Oh, that I become a doctor while you were in Texas?
I was worried there for a moment that you might lead everyone astray, or you lead me astray into thinking that you are, in fact, a doctor.
It's important to say, we're currently giving workout tips on the Discord, and I want everyone to know that I am not a doctor, and you should consult your doctor before doing any dietary restrictions or intense activity. Are you just going to talk to her from up there? Lord above her? All right.
I'm Batman.
All right, Batman.
I'm Batmaning. Sayella says, you came, as I knew you would. Never met a mystery you could leave well enough alone. Or a demon that you could let live, am I right?
Okay.
And this demon is undeniably deserving of death. Make no mistake, to cut them down would be just and proper. The act of a goodly person. And that is just what you are. I can see that. No need to grow impatient or be offended, my friend. But before you pass judgment on this villain, you need first understand their part in everything. Who they were to the fallen heroes of light, or warriors of light, for instance.
Of course. Tank.
Right about now, you must be wondering how I know what I know. What a tavern wench of all people has got to do with any of this. Let me tell you then. I am the one who brought together the Virtue Hunters. I am the one who marked you as a potential ally to them and bade you join them in their quests. I alone knew what had to be done and what sort of sinner would be needed to see this tale of tragedy and betrayal brought to an end. But come, we have many moms ahead of us still. To Calusia and the Codger's Crook. I will go on ahead and wait for you there.
She's very proud of herself.
Why did you... What? You sent us to one location just to send us to another? Why didn't you just start in Calusia?
It's a living, breathing world, Garrett. Yoshi P needs traffic in his towns.
Lemon, never follow a hippie to a second location.
I didn't get to that episode.
Get back to 30 Rock and witness the greatest television comedy ever made.
It was fine.
It is the greatest television comedy ever made, Kyle.
Okay,
I will hear no other take.
That's fine, but I've made it abundantly clear that no matter what show you pick, I could be watching or playing a video game. It's just who I am. Could be playing a video game. Unless I'm tired, and then I could be watching anime and falling asleep to it. All right.
Scrubs gets too sad to be the greatest TV comedy ever made. I really like Scrubs, but it gets too horribly depressing in places.
Was there always lights coming out of Yulmore, or have we just never looked at it at night?
Oh my god.
Well, actually,
it would make sense because
yeah.
it's been the light sky forever and always.
Exactly. This was the last zone. Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, that does look good over there.
Communities last 2 seasons aren't that great. 30 Rock is basically a no miss until the end. All right, Futurama's pretty freaking good. I'll give you
Futurama's good. I like Futurama.
I'll give you Futurama. I'll give you The Good Place, but Good Place also gets sad. Good Place makes me feel things.
Well, Futurama gets sad too, but Futurama's just a cozy.
Oh, that's a good point. The dog episode.
Yeah.
Dog episode. Yep. 30 Rock doesn't make me cry. Parks. I do like Parks and Rec. I like 30 Rock more though. I like 30 Rock more. I do like that 70s show, but every once in a while they have a skit that misses, traditional sitcom budget and all that. Monty Python's Flexer, because that's cheating. We're not counting British here. We're Americans.
Engaging Ciela.
I am engaging Ciela as well. Ooh, shout out to Third Rock. That's a hard one to fight.
Third Rock.
To fight.
Yeah,
I like Third Rock.
My dad was a big fan of the Third Rock.
You are accustomed to life on the road, I see. As am I. As I'm clearly a villain about to eat your soul. Do you recognize this place? I thought you might. Here is where it began, where Oddbert first met Lamit.
You horribly overestimate my ability to recall anything over the course of this massive game. Does this place not have significance? Just like, I don't know.
I don't freaking know.
Where am I?
Everything in Calusia looks the same. It's a bunch of brown rock, unless you're in Yulmore. Still young and lacking in experience, but possessed of so much potential. Heroes in the making. Even then, the keen-eyed could see. They would only fulfill the promise much later, though, after joining with their other dear companions, Brandon and Renderay. Brandon is far too normal of a name.
Brandon.
It's real Duncan, Idaho energy. And one other, an elven woman. Not half bad with a sword.
Still playing coy about it.
But perhaps you are already asking the question, who? There were 5 warriors of light in all, but she would make 6. Indeed. After adding in Albert, there does seem to be one too many. But believe me when I say there was indeed a 6th adventurer lost to history, and her name was Silva. Though I doubt I need convince you of this truth. When you walked in the Virtue's memory, you saw her time and time again, did you not? Yeah, I got this friend that plays Elizin, and he wouldn't shut up about it. He was just like, look at that Elizin!
Look at him!
Look at it!
Look at it!
Then you saw the true villain, the traitor responsible for all their woes. Let us continue the story elsewhere. To Amarang and the fields of Amber. As I now wear this very smug and devious smirk on my face.
We're doing a tour of the locations. I get what they're going for here. It is kind of silly, though.
It makes me giggle.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Speak plainly!
Because my machinations are beyond your pitiful understanding. Like, no, you joined the party and you did wrong, or like ushered them towards something or something. Like, I don't know. Are you an Asian? Like, should I kill you? Like, listen, I have this whole move set.
Aaron Scamp wants us to make way. I'm Reaganing. Thank you for the super chat.
Reaganing? Oh, is that a 30 Rock? 30 Rock reference?
There was an episode where Jack Donaghy is Reaganing.
I see.
I'm very excited about it.
Makes sense.
And some Ragamuffin super chat at Third Rock and its sequel 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought that was the case.
Nope, wrong soundboard.
You should keep that on the soundboard, though. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
A light spin. Oh, I got a cat hair in my nose. Hang on.
I was the villain behind that cat hair all along.
No! No, since Warcraft 3.
I was there when I plucked it from his back and cast it into the air in your recording
Impossible.
office.
Warriors of Fluff.
Sayela continues. You saw the true villain's face in their memories, and I told you her name in Calusia. But what were her crimes, you ask? I didn't. I'm out of breath because you keep making me run. Hearken to my tale and you will learn. Silva had joined the others before they first met Nilebert. After their party of 5 came to this place, they took on a commission to slay a powerful beast that had taken up residence in the mines.
I remember this.
In the mines!
Yeah.
Said beast was believed to be the instigator of ever more terrible tremors. And so time was of the essence. But during their hurried search, they crossed paths with their future companion. Then a competitor aiming to usurp their prize. After another tremor triggered by the beast trapped them all underground, they had no choice but to work together to lay it low. But to their dismay, even after its death, the earth continued to shudder violently. Look at my battle bra. As the adventurers looked to each other in confusion, Nilebert strode towards the beast's body and grabbed hold of a curious stone. A stone brimming with untold ether. That he had sought out that he might harness its potential to rescue a loved one lost to the rift.
I saw a lot of arguments about chest armor again. It was that time of year. It's that time of year again, Garrett, where all the YouTubers get together and argue.
Thing?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
We're on an infinite cycle
about it.
Yep.
14 dodges it rather effortlessly by, for the most part, being pretty equal opportunity.
Yes.
There's very little gender-locked armor in this game. It does exist, but it's not always just because it's sexy. There's so much like revealing armor that is gender neutral in this game.
Well, in the glamour system, like if you wanted a full breastplate, you could have it.
Yeah.
Or anybody. And, she might be doing the whole, like, magic card thing or a fighting game thing where people say, I have a competitive advantage because you're distracted by my sweet card backs with anime girls on them. Maybe she wants to trick her enemies, distract them.
Or they just want to put someone in a battle bra.
Could be.
Which is
could be.
Also okay. Just admit it. Just admit. All I want you to do is just admit it. Just admit.
Yeah,
just admit.
it's fine.
You just admit you want a sexy looking character. Like I don't need again. I always come back to I don't need the quiet breeze through her skin lore. You're just covering it up. You just wanted a character in a bikini. Own up to it. Own up to it. That's all we're all doing. That's all we're all doing. When you like the photo of the cosplayer on Instagram, you're just admitting it. We all admit it. It's fine.
Yeah, go for
it's fine.
it. Yeah.
It's fine. Sayela continues. But so powerful was the stone that it warped the flow of the life stream. Its very existence was a threat. And so, when faced with the choice between one life and countless others, Nilebert wept and shattered the stone. He had held his comrade's salvation in his hand and cast it aside for the greater good. For his sacrifice, he was judged a hero, and in that instant, a warrior of light was born. In life, Nilebert was a pragmatic figure, though whose wisdom and sagacity were admired by all. Little wonder that in death he would retain his virtue.
Man, it was so sad when Sega City closed. I was really sad about that. Back in the
Sega
90s.
City?
Yeah.
What made you... First of all, I don't know what that is. Second of all, what made you think about that?
Sagacity, yeah.
Oh,
that's all.
you're just making a joke.
Yeah, you're making
just making a joke.
Please continue.
Okay. It was lost on me.
Robert!
That's on me, not you. But as Nilbert mourned the friend he forever lost, the betrayer Silva looked on in silent contentment. For they had taken the first step on their path towards becoming heroes brave and true. His sacrifice had sparked their transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come.
That was like the face everyone wore in Sky Pirates like the whole time.
God, dude, the Ellison, she's just like, just A to B clipping from one facial expression to the next. There's like no nuance to it at all. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
What ritual, you may wonder? Fear not. All will become clear in time. Once I take you to another location.
Yep.
Come with me to Lahi, to the Satia swamps. We must retrace the steps as they were taken to understand the depth of her treachery.
Hey, but it's you. You just didn't have your name. Like you logged in and you're like, is Celia available? Oh, it's taken. Oh no. Oh no.
I was AFK for too long.
I do kind of like the part I am enjoying is the spelling out like warrior of light transformation that, you know, you get your GPPs off the ground, you pick up your crystal, and it's not just like a power source or like as we're calling them, good person points. It actually started that relationship.
Can I clap back at you for a moment?
Yeah, go for it.
I hate the good boy points. I think that's I'm not on board. I never accepted this.
Wait, do you hate that I call them that?
Every time you say it.
Wait, what do you hate about it? The system or the name?
The name.
Okay, we can call them something else.
I'm like, this isn't, I have to explain it every time and I feel dumb because I think it's dumb.
Yeah, we can change it. We can change it to something else. We don't have to call it good boy points.
This is more, I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know that deep down, I want to scream.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. To me, it keeps it in reference, like how these things got here. Because we've heard from other people that it's just kind of a Final Fantasy like theme that happens. Like when you do good deeds, you get a token from Heidelin, and that's that. So we could call them Heidi Tokes.
You become a warrior blade. It's your light crystal.
Why is this? Oh, it's an enemy. Okay.
It's warrior light. Breaking news: Garrett hates Tendi. That is slander, made Maya, and I will not stand for it.
Wow.
I love tendies. Absolutely love them.
Well, internet-wise, I think you get tendies as reward for having maximum GBPs.
I had Popeye's tendies for my Valentine's dinner this year. That's how much I love tendies.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know that GPP kills me inside. That's it. That's all I want. That's it.
Okay.
My shame is true.
Heidetokes, they're called now. Heidetokes. Tokens of Heidelin.
Now just imagining Minfilia in her nightie ripping a big fat ball. That's what I'm imagining when you say Heidetokes. Just
the waking sands, huh? So you gotta wake yourself up.
The wake and bake sands.
Yeah, more like that. Yeah, nailed it. Got him. Oriange down in the basement. Hath thou heardest? Burneth like Ifrit it does.
The Rising Stoners. Foxhound wins.
Yeah.
Foxhound wins.
Fire, wind. Yeah, we combine all the primals. It's perfect. It's the perfect. Perfect.
Rising Stoners. If you played an instrument, that would be our Final Fantasy XIV cover band. That would be it. Sayala continues. Getting my steps in today. This place is familiar to you, no? From days recent and long since past.
I do remember this place.
After the events of Amarang, Ardbert and his comrades grew in fame, spurring others to entreat their aid. The adventurers sought out greater and greater challenges, and in pursuit of another, they came to Raktika.
That was like the Giga Moose, yeah.
It's like a Coeurl moose.
Yeah.
While here, the hunter Renderay learned that the notorious mark Balam Keats was near. And so, under cover of darkness, she slipped away from the others to slay the beast by herself.
Wonderful cooking book.
Would you let me finish?
Please continue.
Like Nilebert before, of course. You already know what her motive was. Balam had robbed her of her fellow hunters. Only vengeance would redress the balance. Moreover, she would not dare risk the lives of her new comrades. So terrified was she of the mere possibility that she might have to relive that terrible day. And so she faced Balam alone, and would have surely died for it, had Ardbert and the others not arrived in time to help. Like now, but before, of course, you already know what happened next. For her love, her conviction, and her resolve was she chosen by Hydaelyn. And from that day forward, Renda Ray swore never again to betray her comrades' trust, to share with them the triumphs and the tragedies, to relinquish the freedom she had once held in the highest. The bravest, most courageous hunter that ever was, the moment would define what she became in life and in death. Mild shock. Her sacrifice would hasten the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. The betrayer, Silva, looked on, yet more satisfied. They were oblivious to her machinations, unaware that they were dancing to her tune. Their journeys continued, and so must ours. To Ilmeg and Ligia.
Okay, I'm decently intrigued. I'm
I
intrigued.
really like the just the way she's written. It's delightfully, obviously evil.
Oh yeah, of course.
Until the other brute drops and is like, I was the evil, kind person the whole time. I saved them with evil intent.
I like where it's going. I'm curious to see what they're getting at, because
See you in Wackeldorf.
Wackeldorf. Because what, are you gonna like? You got them all jazzed up on stones, and then this was your big evil plan to like make them warriors of light, so you could,
I guess, maybe.
throw them under the bus or something. It seems kind of odd. Seems like an odd plan.
Nico, thank you for the super chat. Granson looking handsome as always. Wait, that's Tuna. Oh, I see what you did there. I'm not wearing my Granson armor today.
Granson.
I'm wearing my canonical Shadowbringers armor. That's what I'm doing. Sally Beans, thanks for the 9 month. Damn, said I recognize the elf GLA in the role quest for Gladiator. From the 1.0 trailer cinematic. Always wondered what happened to her since she didn't show up again.
Oh, interesting. I don't remember her at all. I remember Ardbert and Cat Girl and them like going through cards, but I don't remember her at all in the...
I remember the cinematic getting the cards and me going, this looks horribly boring. I would have not played this game.
The levy quests were not a big selling point from the outside.
The leaves, get your leaves on. Wait, KLG Cow Super Chat at Emperor Varus, it was in the mines. What is that in reference to?
The mines? Oh, well, this would have been back when we were talking about the mines. You know, because the mines exploded and he had to like sacrifice his crystal to get his friend back, but he got a Heidi toke for it.
What does that have to do with Varus?
I think good with the mines and design that kind of rhyme, you know? Yeah.
It was in the mines.
Yeah, exactly. You did it. You did
I missed the joke entirely.
Yep. We got around to it.
Can you tell I traveled? Can you tell I did a lot of traveling?
Very well.
My wit is gone. I left my wit in Austin.
Honker said you can call them Mommy Loves You points instead. The old MLUPs.
Ah, yes.
The MLUPs.
Yeah, we don't need to give our chat room any more excuses to just start shouting mommy.
That's all of Endwalker according to Twitter, so it's just coming anyway. We can't
it's just
stop
Mommy
it.
Walker?
Yeah, it's just Mommy Walker.
Would that make it Heaven's Daddy?
Heavens.
Is it Heaven's Daddy and Mommy Walker?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because you have Vestinian, you got, well, I mean...
Dude, Heaven's Ward is the daddy expansion.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
It is just lousy with daddies. Absolutely lousy with daddies.
Stormblood's pretty even.
Ooh, Stormblood does have some pretty good daddies.
But you got You got.
But you also have like
Tsukiyomi.
yeah, Tsukiyomi is the like end all be all mommy for a lot of Final Fantasy fans.
You gotta hang out with
dude,
Giri
we
a
no
bunch.
longer it's screwed. We have to when we eventually do our wall, it's instead of wall of waifus, it's wall of mommies and daddies. It's the daddy mommy wall.
Sure. The least lovers out there. I'm sure there's some least lovers.
Dude, I know it's like a joke that we came up with, but when we hit 50,000 subs and we actually do it, that it's gonna have to be a per expansion thing.
Yeah, there's no way we can do it all.
Knowing us, we're so long-winded. We're gonna have to be ranking the mommies and daddies of Realm of Reborn, followed by every expansion.
I think we could cut it down. It depends. It depends how much we want to include. How much we want to include in there.
Well, we could that could be something we could like have like patrons vote on or something like vote for side characters to include.
Yeah, like they have to get a certain number of votes in order to participate.
There you go.
So we're not going to worry about like every innkeeper or anything like that.
So we could post a list of characters we're already putting on the wall.
Yes.
And then we say, all right, suggest, and then from the suggestions we make a poll and have everyone vote.
Exactly. So like, yeah, Hoary Boulder's a great example.
Hoary Boulder would clearly win.
Could make it there.
You know, that's a really good example. Yeah. Wall of Daddies. Yes, Dabberslav. Star Johnson, thank you for the Gemmer super chat. The Wake and Bake Sands, love it. Hey Kyle, April 20th, I have an idea for a shirt we should release on the store. Just saying.
Perfect.
Just saying.
Perfect.
Just sanding. Das, thanks for the super chat. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Hope you had fun in Texas, Garrett. Hope you had a chill weekend, Kyle.
I did.
Kyle had a literally chill weekend.
I did, yeah. I got it.
And I did have fun in Texas.
It was good.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including all the barbecue I ate.
Did you go to the Salt Lick? Did you make it up?
I did not go. No, it was it was not convenient. No, I went to La Barbecue, which I believe is a little newer. I'm told the legend of La Barbecue is it started in a corner of a grocery store and got so big it disrupted the grocery store, and they had to go buy their own damn location.
Yeah, I like those stories.
It's like a Mexican twist on traditional Texas barbecue. So the rubs were awesome.
Yeah.
After like 3 bites, I stopped using sauce. I was just like losing my mind over how much I just liked the rubs they used. Yeah, it was freaking good. Oh damn, Dadramang in chat saying La Barbecue is better than Salt Lick in my opinion. Okay,
there you go.
All right, so apparently, our earlier told you the legend of Mitsula, who brought a bunch of cigars. The first day we were there, the surprise party wasn't until the evening, so Mitsula he's been to Austin a million times. He was just our tour guide for the day. We just got in the car with him, and he just took us to so many wonderful places. So we met up at like 10:30 a.m. so that we could get in line at La Barbecue before it opened at 11, and we still waited about 30 minutes before we got our food. Oh, but it was probably the best barbecue I've ever had.
Awesome.
Like legitimately god tier barbecue. It was so freaking good. So anyway, Grinding Gear visits Austin travel vlog in the future.
Perfect. Yeah, it would go great with our algorithm.
I would like to start releasing little Adventures of Garrett and Kyle videos at some point. I would like to get those in the mix. Maybe not one a month, but maybe one a quarter.
One a quarter, yeah. That sounds like a good business plan.
Because if I can get your butt to Florida at least once a year, I would love to do the annual Grinding Gear Epcot hang. And to do a little video about it. So, just saying. Just putting it out there. Shall we see what clearly Evil Sayala has to say?
Yes, outside of the King's Palace here.
Okay.
Tell us a story.
Ooh, it's a nice shot.
Weave us a tale.
That's a nice shot of Titania's Palace. I wish it wasn't overcast at the moment.
I think it looks pretty with the wings. Not that particular shot, but as we were flying along, it looked good.
As beautiful now as it was then, you saw it too. Would you not agree? No, I wouldn't, because I failed the solo duty about 7 times.
Yeah, there's something like a princess. We had to protect the princess.
Yes, and then she exploded into a Tendy. Now I'm doing it.
Well, she turned into the Warframe model, and then I think she died right after. And yeah, something about that gave birth to are we calling them Tendies now? Yeah.
Light Tendy.
Light Tendies.
Yeah. With the death of Balam, the legend of Ardbert and his comrades had grown larger than ever. Thus emboldened, they came to the kingdom of Verbert.
Oh, are these presented in chronological order, I guess?
I was about to say, are we
Yeah.
not learning a chronological order for? I mean, you could have pieced it together from how the armor gets better.
Yeah, how is armor
over the course of
escalates?
the cutscenes. Yeah. Verbert had long been troubled by what some had dubbed a magical plague. Innocents transformed into misshapen fiends that the kingdom's knights had no choice but to put down ere the contagion spread. I don't like swords that curve that direction.
Oh, isn't it's a thing though. You try to reach
Scimitar?
around the shield. Yeah.
No, wait, no. Scimitar, is it? Maybe.
Scimitars have the blade on the outer curve. There is
back.
like a sickle kind of thing. Like it goes out straight and then does a hook, and so you can hook
Yeah,
around.
it's another one of my overly specific things I don't like.
But it's a real weapon. It's like a real.
I believe so.
A strategy.
I believe so. I just don't like how they look. I don't like how they look.
To be fair, it likely developed because the enemy had a very particular type of shield. So you show up to combat with that in most fights, probably not as effective as when you were actually fighting that exact kind of shield.
Sayla continues. Brandon had been one such knight in his youth. That was a full stop. He had served the Princess Saldia faithfully, only to be cast out for a single mistake. Thus did he take to the road where he met Ardbert and the others. Having grown stronger and wiser and more respected, Brandon felt it was time to return and redeem himself. And with the aid of his comrades, he did just that. Tadric, the court mage, was unmasked as the mastermind of Verbert's mystery. And by disgraced knight's blade was he brought to justice. But with his dying breath, Tadric cursed the Princess Saldia, sentencing her to a fate worse than death.
Die highs.
That's a great fate. Also, can we talk about how utterly silly the Ellison looks right now because of the way the legs are coming up, but you can't see the coat behind the middle of the legs?
Wait.
It just looks like it's bow-legged.
Oh, weird. Yeah. He's got like bell bottoms on, but they're not fully attached.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Huh. At her behest did he raise up his blade, and for the sake of the kingdom, struck down his liege lady. With that single stroke he forever changed, though nearly not in the way that was necessary. He stood at the precipice and almost forsook his compassion for unflinching judgment, but mercifully turned aside at the last. Thus did he find and embrace true justice, that which weighs law and heart together, and strives for the greater good. 'Tis a long, difficult road from which many stray, settling for simple moralities. But I would expect no less of the man who became Diciosin. Dutch angle!
Yeah.
His sacrifice would strengthen the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. As her companions grew ever more powerful, so too did the betrayer Silva. Bit by bit, they brought her closer to her goal. But it was not yet finished. To Calusia they returned, and so must we. Tamra, and the next chapter of our tale await.
I'm using that. Anytime I screw up now, it's going to be, it's just fuel for the ritual to come. The ritual is losing my shit late at night, but it's fuel for the ritual to come.
Think about how much it pissed you off.
Yep.
And then you get shame about how mad you got.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then you feel bad that you're mad, and then, that's the cycle right there. Then you know you're locked in.
Could you even start this if you hadn't done every single role quest? Or could you start it if you had done chronological order and stopped, and then would she have just cut you off at a certain point because you hadn't done the thing yet?
No, this is like the
You can't
cap.
even okay.
Yeah. So you wouldn't even have
But
access.
I could see where if you just happened to do them in quote unquote chronological order, where you could have started it and then she would have been like, "But that's a tale to come," but then you can't continue it because you hadn't. It would have been simpler to just not let you start it. But
Yeah, that would have been cute. It's kind of interesting too because I feel like their online persona was more showcased in their first one, which we did last. So actually, the first one would make you more hyper aware of the Warrior of Light you've never heard of, and the later ones, particularly the Princess one, is a lot lighter.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Silver, thanks to the super chat earlier, said, fun fact, the reason there's so much skimpy early gear is because old Da is thirsty, and they demand arena fighters wear as little as possible. I mean, that's where we get leather daddies from.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Gara, thanks for the 5 months and your service. I've got nothing this time, so take the super. Next month, I'll have something prepared, I swear.
All right, we'll hold you to it.
We'll hold you to it.
Yep.
We'll definitely remember this joke. Definitely remember it. Mad because leather. Why would you be mad because you're a leather daddy? Wouldn't you be?
Well, because it was in the
cool and
Mad Because
fashionable?
Small video. Yeah, that's where the
Yeah,
leather
but you wouldn't
daddy.
be mad because. But you wouldn't be mad because leather daddy.
No, I don't think you're mad because leather daddy, but they are, giving a source to the meme while referencing the meme.
Small. My greatest gift from this community to Katie is making her watch the Mad Because Small video.
Sure.
She found it quite amusing. Dakoff, thanks for the super chats. And Wall of Waifu, spoiler alert, they're all top tier. That's not how the internet works.
Nope. Decisions must be made. Favorites must be chosen.
Favorites must be chosen. All right, Sayela. Sayela says,
As you pan crossed the dwarven statues of old, of Eld.
slowly but surely, the adventurers were fulfilling their potential. Word of their deeds and verberts spread like wildfire, and their legend grew even larger. But for all their success, the fledgling heroes would be forced to endure more hardship and welcome more sacrifice. They pressed deeper into the depths of Raktika, towards ancient Ronka. 'Twas there that the dwarf Lamit came to a crossroads. For in claiming the magic she desperately desired, she would be forced to renounce something equally precious. Dwarves are a reclusive lot, wont to withdraw from the outside world that their many traditions might be preserved in isolation. When the stone blight began to spread, they chose to lock away the afflicted and refuse to seek outside help. But Lamit would not abide this. She vowed to save her ailing kin, her sister among them, even if it meant violating dwarven law. With her newfound power, she returned and cured the sick, and for this she was banished by the Council of Elders. Those dicks. This came as no surprise, for she had made her peace with it long before. When she stood in that ancient ruin and called upon forgotten guardians to grant her forbidden knowledge, she knew then what the price would be. She had weighed her traditions and identity against the lives of those she had loved and made her choice, though it pained her terribly in ways only a dwarf could understand. And Heidelin, it would seem. Through hardship and sacrifice was a new warrior of light forged, a healer that knew more than any the value of a life, and would do nothing to see it preserved, even in death.
Do we know how Ardbert got his Tendi? Because we know all the others now. And they've made either some sort of sacrifice or given up something for the greater good.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess we haven't learned what Ardbert's
I don't
gem
believe so.
was from.
No.
Okay.
No, just like how we haven't learned the name of the star before the Sundering, which was probably Zodiac.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Her sacrifice would nearly complete the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. Very soon, then. Very soon. For Ardbert and his comrades had stumbled upon evidence of the larger design. Threads linking together the disparate troubles of the realm. A name spoken only in whispers. The Shadow Keeper. A singular force sowing chaos and discord throughout Norvrent to an unknown end. If the Warriors of Light truly wished to save their world, then they would need to confront this villain amongst villains. And at the end of their exhaustive search, at the end of their struggle, who do you think they found waiting to welcome them with open arms? The answer to that awaits us in Lakeland, our final destination. The villain yet walks among us, Tuninval, unknown and unpunished. Go on ahead and wait for me at Laxon Loft. There are preparations to which I must first attend.
Whoever they might be, as they laugh and cackle into the sunset.
That's what I'm gonna say from now on when I tell folks to go enjoy snacks while I make them a drink. I say there's preparations to which I must attend.
Hey, it's like those lists. Don't say this, say this. Yeah, exactly.
Dun dun dun. A reminder, if you're enjoying this, like the stream.
Ooh.
If you're really liking it, consider joining our membership.
Wow. Well said.
Consider.
Whoever that might be.
Whoever that might be. Consider supporting your favorite Final Fantasy stream with a membership. Whoever that might be.
If that is indeed their plan. Your memberships are fuel for the ritual to come.
Most of them don't stream on YouTube. It was the shoe bill all along.
The shoe bills were here. The shoe billions.
Yes, Sarah Mew. Patreon is also a wonderful, wonderful way to support. Support our Burmans.com.
I don't think I've ever been up here. I like this model. Like this Elven Knight. It's kind of using the zombie outfit. But the armor looks sweet with the red eyes.
You look sweet.
Thank you.
With your not red eyes.
No, red eyes would be cool. I usually give my fantasy characters golden eyes, though. Reminds me of Zuko.
Zuko have golden eyes?
Yeah, him and the whole family have golden eyes.
I don't remember that.
It was like their defining characteristic between them.
Well, that's it. I need to rewatch Avatar.
Do it.
You really pressed me.
Yeah,
It's definitely
tough.
time.
It's tough.
It's definitely
Tough
time
sell.
for a rewatch. Silent Mike, thanks for the super chat. Kyle, did you know if you click on the white text under the quest title in your quest log, it will open the map up automatically instead of opening the journal and needing to click on the map button?
Oh, the white text underneath?
That's how I do it. I didn't know that's how you did it.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah, on the little tracker on the right.
I haven't felt a great need to like.
Oh
make...
God, I fell.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm at 1 health. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't piss the thing off. We're good. We're good. Almost lost our cool there.
I don't do it to frustrate anybody, and I don't do it to like make a video someday about how much I hate Final Fantasy and UI or something like that. So I don't mind the extra click, but I'll try to remember.
Are you accusing other YouTubers of intentionally playing wrong so that they can eventually make a video where they drop a bunch of shade based on the dumb way that they play?
I mean, maybe people do that.
Tell me, Kyle. Tell me. Where's the drama? Who is it?
I'm just saying.
Which Final Fantasy 14 YouTuber can you not stand?
Do
you think is lying to us all?
I'm saying I might continue to do it, but it's not like dying on a hill, and I'm not doing it to properly frustrate you. I'm doing it because
you heard it here first, everybody.
I don't mind the
Kyle
extra
Ferguson thinks Jesse Cox is just sowing drama.
Did they make a big UI? No, I don't think at all.
I just went with someone that we're obviously not talking about. That was the joke.
I'm at damn you. If you'd like to There was a bunch of stuff that happened, a bunch of camera twirling, so you'll need a second to catch up.
Okay. All right, let's get in here. Thought Kyle was a nice one. I can't believe it. Yeah, hashtag Cox Beef.
Fire it up.
Ooh, it's nice. Nice shot of the Crystarium. Ooh. Ooh. Nice armor.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Elzins need some more facial expressions.
They are, well, you know, I think we've talked about it before. They don't actually like live ancient elf lives.
No, I think I looked it up on a wiki, and it's like on average maybe 15 years longer.
Yeah,
than
like 20.
every other race.
Yeah, there's not like a whole like, well, the soul is beneath me kind of thing. It's just they didn't really give them the most expressive faces.
Shorter necks. I like the necks. I like their necks. Damn you, Silva. We were comrades in arms. Friends. No, I'm just gonna have to read two damn characters because I've been reading Silva.
Yep,
time.
you jumped on it.
That we were, and that we are. Everything I said, everything I felt, it was all true. You mean the world to me. You're the bloody Shadowkeeper. What in the hells was this for?
There's my hot take. That's my start of video hot take. I'll share one. I don't like hot takes. I don't like hot takes. I don't like the phrase, but I will share one right now. The JPEG teeth always bother me when we zoom in on them. Like it's all there's always, there's always a hot like Emmett's there and he's like, and I'm just like,
the individual slats, man, it's rough.
Yeah,
it's rough.
Yeah. Just two folded JPEGs, kind of like.
Yep.
Let's not go in on it. Like this is good distance.
Yep.
This is a good distance right here. This is a good distance right here.
For you, for every one of you, to forge you into heroes worthy of her blessing, that she might choose you as her champions.
Jealous?
A ruthless mage consumed by the pursuit of power to save his friends no matter the cost. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. Oh, now we're just gonna roast him.
Yep.
A mournful hunter scarred by tragedy, resolved never again to trust in others. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. A disgraced knight with a normie name who yearned to steal his heart in justice's name. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. A troubled healer torn between tradition and love. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. And I'm not even gonna get started on the alcoholism. And their leader, an adventurer, with a heart overflowing with love for his dearest comrades, who must now bring his axe to bear against his own. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. I am the villain you seek, the keeper of shadows from a world shrouded in dark. By our struggle will this world be shattered and its souls saved.
Screamer name? Yeah. He did it. He did it.
There's no way I can give that justice.
That was great. Okay, I'm liking this because these are my questions I've had. Like, why? I agree. Why did that make you a Warrior of Light? It wasn't that big of a deal. Granted, we got our first Warrior of Light token for not doing a whole lot either. So our first 10 tendy was a bit easy to get. Exactly. There we go.
Saw it all, did you? I thought you might. Mother's gift has a knack for showing us exactly what we need to see, if not what we want to or when. They knew me as Silva, but my real name, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Like you, I am not of this world. I crossed the rift and came to the first. My home, the 13th, fell to the dark in a calamity that mirrored the one which nearly claimed this world. I was one of several heroes who failed to save it.
Okay, so not an Asian.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. But hung out with them, much like a Knuckle-Eye, I guess.
Moon business.
Yeah. Oh, damn, Ratolia, thank you. The boy, a Knuckle-Eye. Oh, damn!
Yeah.
A Knuckle-Eye. I have glimpsed him in your memories. He was a friend. Like him, I heeded the words of the Asians, and that I might redress the balance, I chose to come here and hasten a rejoining of worlds. A shard subsumed by dark demands, a mirror of blinding light. Primordial forces will strive to achieve equilibrium. But there was a solution. A single solution, I believed. Were a flood of light to consume this shard in its entirety, it would be of no use. The Asians made it clear it must be brought to the brink, but no further. The task was difficult, but the plan simple. Souls predisposed to the light, fledgling heroes in the making. I would bring together Ardbert and his comrades and groom them for a higher purpose. With my battle bra in tow, I would play the part of comrade and guide their course, all the while laboring in secret to pit stronger and stronger enemies against them, until finally, once they were warriors of light, brave and true, I would reveal myself as a warrior of darkness and extinguish their radiance forever. So wait, is this what Elidibus is getting on about? Did he bring more mofos from the 13th?
Oh, I
Remember
guess
the epilogue?
I guess he could. Yeah, that could be what he was talking about in the epilogue. That he's because it sounds like he's gonna make up a bunch of bullshit and start throwing it at us to keep us busy on the first.
Maybe.
I mean, they're essentially you got to edge. It's edging. You got to edge the planet. You can't let it go all the way.
Another phrase.
It's the same, but that's basically the concept. It's
oh my word.
Basically the concept is.
Oh God. The terminology of Kyle Ferguson does not necessarily reflect that of both halves of Grinding Gear.
And that's what makes the fortuitous calamities so sweet. So sweet, in fact, they count them.
Boy, he's just digging that hole, folks, isn't he?
I don't remember a Knuckle-Eye. Was he? I do remember a Knuckle-Eye, but was a Knuckle-Eye making us do the Warring Triad to prep something, or why? Why was a Knuckle-Eye part of the Warring Triad?
I don't remember exactly at first, but I do believe there was a moment where he was feeling like he had been led astray.
Yeah, because they were saved by.
Because that was a while ago at this point.
Yes, Heaven's
Ward, a year ago or something.
So Heaven's Ward, a Knuckle-Eye is brought over by Elidibus to do what exactly? Because the Warring Triad weren't really possessing of ethery business.
Mayhap.
The big three from escaping. Elidibus didn't want Garlemald to get the Triad. Oh, wait, maybe I remember that, right? Because that's where we got confused, because I think Elidibus was kind of doing a good thing for a little bit there. He was kind of doing some good guy stuff, bringing over a Knuckle-Eye, and then he wanted to stop Garlemald from getting forces. So yeah, he was trying to keep things balanced at that point. That sounds right to me.
I need to revisit that.
Okay.
I need to revisit that cutscene.
Okay.
Anyway, where did I leave off here? Yep. Moving on to the next line. Thus would this world be primed for a rejoining, and the source for a calamity. The Asians, who called themselves Mitron and Logrief, Mitron? I think it was Mitron and Logrief, were confident it would succeed. And indeed, Ardbert and the others rose to the occasion, as I knew they would. It was not to be. I had misjudged Ardbert. His comrades before him had made their sacrifices in turn, and as their mirror, I had grown stronger for it. Had he but embraced his role and struck me down, victory would have been mine. But Ardbert, dear Ardbert, would not forsake his heart. In the end, he chose mercy. He chose love, and I was undone. The rest you know. He sought out Mitron and Logrief and granted them what he refused me. They accomplished everything they set out to achieve, and then the flood came and washed it away. In the wake of my betrayal, I would look on from the shadows and reflect on my many sins as I fell to ruin, denied death, then and now, and perhaps even after, ever after, as a fragment of my essence endures. As a bartender. But
well,
then,
you gotta eat.
One day years ago, my fallen comrades rose again as the cardinal virtues. It coincided with the arrival of the first scions, I later realized. A defense against the forces being marshaled to undo my failure. I can but assume the Ascians played the idea in Vothri's head. They were his creations, after all. And with their graves in Yomoran territory, it was doubtless a simple matter to have their bodies exhumed and prepared.
Hang on one second. Coincide with the arrival of the first scions, I later realized a defense against the forces being marshaled to undo my failure. Oh, okay. I can but assume the Ascians planted the idea in Vothri's head. They were his creations, after all. Which
They're cardinal virtues.
Yeah, they're made by Vothri?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we now know why they look exactly like the Warriors of Light. They just freaking dug up bodies and turned them into super special Sin Eaters?
Yeah, seems that way.
Yeah. Who am I to speak, you may think when I say this, but when I say these abominations, he had wrought in their image, I was filled with such despair, such anger. I cannot unwrite the past. My soul is stained with the blackest sin, and I will not pretend that it can ever be otherwise. But this act, this I could not ignore. If the Ascians were going to such lengths, then surely others would cross the rift in due time. And so I hatched a plan. I would assume the guise of Ciela, and as her take up residence in the Crystarium, where I would take measures to bring together the most ambitious of adventurers, individuals driven by more than mere coin, virtue hunters. That way, when the enemy the Ascians feared more than any came to the first, the stage would be set. They would join in the hunters' quests, and together unmake Vothri's simulacra, I will struggle with that word, and lay their struggles to rest once more. And so you did, Valentuna. The virtues are no more, but the one ultimately responsible for their creation, the devil who set them on their doomed path, lingers still. You know all there is to know of the heroes who saved this world, except how Ardbert got his crystal. The truth I kept hidden in the shadows is yours, and there are no more secrets to share. And so I ask you now to grant me that which Ardbert could not. Death.
I don't think you respond to please kill me with ... So I'm favoring actual words.
I could see being stunned.
Yeah. But so she wanted her party to kill her so that they would basically stop being a party, right? That would like kind of tear the group apart, and therefore we would have pushed to the light as far as we want to go. And instead they didn't kill her, and they went on to destroy the Ascians, which is what caused the Flood of Life and would have destroyed the entire world, except for Minfili was set over by Orianche's plan.
Someone's saying they had 3 options here? Christian? What was the third option and why?
Yeah, I don't know. Why would there be a third option? We've done the things. The only way you get the quest is if you do the things.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm going with stunned silence.
Okay, I'll join you. I'll join you.
You do you. You don't have to. Probably doesn't matter. When you looked at me that way, you reminded me of Arbor. He never did let me take the easy way out. I'm guessing suicide is out of the question too. How can you stand there and say I deserve to live? Well, I didn't say anything. Knowing everything I did, the lives I destroyed, the chaos I wrought, the wardens pale in comparison. Surely there is no greater villain than the Shadowkeeper. Lady, you have no idea the people I've met.
A little Boy Scouty, that first one.
I hate it. Yeah, I'm going with that second one.
You going with the second one? I'm a little
I am
Boy
not
Scouty.
Captain America.
I'm a little Boy Scouty.
'Twould be for my own benefit, that I cannot deny. And if I'm to indulge in one final act of selfishness, you'll make me do it myself, won't you? Make me confront the cowardice of it, the ugly truth that I'd rather run away than try to seek atonement.
Interesting. Mine is, she's talking about how does she even find atonement.
Different line for the same selection?
No, but I did the Boy Scout one. I'm a bit of a Boy Scout.
Gotcha. Perhaps I may yet find purpose in preserving my comrade's legacy, in helping others to understand the sacrifices that made them true heroes. I know a bard I could introduce you to. For now, I shall return to the Crystarium and continue to assist Glennard, while spreading the forgotten tales of the Warriors of Light.
You can stop if you want. Like, you don't have to keep up the ruse if you don't want to.
You would have been good friends, you and Artbert, in another life. We were good friends in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe you and I as well. We still could be!
Yeah, we still can if you want.
Stop flagellating.
So, if the Essence keeps sending people across the rifts, why did Emmett even have an interest in the Crystal Exarch by saying, well, I need to study him and crap. I gotta keep poking him until he teaches me how to go across the rifts. So why, if everyone's moving across the rifts freely all the time, why does Emmett want the Crystal Exarch?
Well, there's still the time aspect.
Well, I see people yelling time. Is that a genuine question? Oh. I mean, I was paying attention. This is not like a test, but because you have to be destroyed? Well, that's what happened to Ardbird and all that. Is they had to have their bodies destroyed in order to move around.
Exarch had body, but Emmett still goes full Hades?
What's that got to do with Hades?
Like, what's the limitation if he doesn't have his body, if he had all the power in the world to become the Hades monstrosity? Why does it matter that he has his body?
I mean, honestly, it seems like I would say this is a pretty legit question because everyone has different answers here. There's actually a lot of different answers here.
He wanted the knowledge to move other bodies, but they've moved other bodies.
Right, because Anukalai and, I mean, granted, they may have died because Anukalai was talking about how he was too young and they didn't really get into that. And then the Warriors of Darkness can fill in that hole because they had to die in order to travel the rift.
They didn't move their bodies, only their souls.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't pick up on that.
Okay.
Oh God, it means a knuckle eye's running around some dead kid's soul. Or potentially worse, a live kid's body? Or not soul, body. You know what I mean?
Oh, I appreciate the clarification, Leaf Strange. I really do. I thought for a hot second you were saying, like, you didn't understand that. Were you paying attention? But I misread you. I apologize. I put that tone in your text. I appreciate the clarification. Okay, cool. I'm glad it was a legitimate question that I could actually be confused about.
In Kyle's defense, that's the tone of most replies we get in comments.
It's true. But no, I am straight up apologizing to Leaf for adding that tone in there. Because it was a question I was nervous to ask, because right there in the climax, Emmett's like, I need him for stuff. And I'm like, what? Why? What? Wait, what? And we, balls rolling. Right.
I mean, to me, time travel's powerful enough as it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need additional justification. And no one can tell me why he cares so much about body. Like, doesn't seem to impede anyone's power.
Maybe it's a rocking body. Maybe he worked really hard on that body's abs. And he has to keep changing bodies that don't have his sweet abs.
But then he wouldn't have been able to experience death or brag about procreating.
That's true. Okay, so she was, I assumed by her being on the moon that she had undergone the same process as the Warriors of Darkness. But now we can also say that a Knuckle Eye went under that process too. So Emmett's line is suggesting that he would like to move bodies freely between the rifts, not have to go all void spirit and, transfer fax machine himself, his data. So there's additional steps involved that they would like to circumvent. Cool. All right. Well, that ties those threads together. Allow me now.
Bertolia, thank you for the extremely generous super chat that's still pinned up at the top. Said, what a shock. A person who was being super subtle when telling the story was the villain from the story the whole time. A hammer has more subtlety than this one.
Villainously telling a story.
Agreed. That's the vibe I got, Dapper. But then everyone started yelling bodies, and I'm like, well, then tell me why it matters. Or is everyone just a Drowning Pool fan? I think that's what's going on.
Is that bodies hit the floor? Is that?
Yeah, let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah. You understood a musical reference I made. I'm proud of you.
I took a random guess about bodies. Landed in the proper direction.
Fitchel and Ragamuffin, I appreciate your energy. Sarah Johnson super chatted about the terminology. Does that mean Bobby Harpy is only a boss in Kyle's headcanon? Wait, what? Oh, Booby Harpy?
Booby Harpy is only a boss in headcanon?
When did this come up?
Booby Harpy was my name for Windy Bird. What was her name? She's gonna be grabbing the Final Fantasy 16 character real soon.
Oh, freaking oh my god. All I can think of now is Booby Harpy.
But there was there was a more pronounced Booby Harpy in the Cirrus Tower.
Lighthouse thing?
Garuda, yeah, but there was also the one up in the lighthouse that was more pressed together. With the harp or something along those lines.
I can't handle you today.
Push up, bro.
We got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Keeping things clear.
We all understood what you meant. All of us.
Perfect. Well, and Stick the Figure has introduced a new phrase that I'll be using. Edgelitibus. Perfection.
Normally I blame stream. It's Kyle's fault today.
No,
it's Kyle's fault.
It really is a rather perfect analogy. I mean, they made a whole anime about this. It's called Claymore. The entire plot of Claymore is that men become demons faster than women because women are willing to go for it longer for the payoff. That's the entire plot to a huge anime called Claymore. Is that bodies hit the floor? Is that? Okay, perfect. Well, and Stick the Figure is has introduced a new phrase that I'll be using. Edgelitibus. Perfection. And it's a great system for magic. I think it's a beautiful magic system.
And yet Kyle can't be bothered to watch most television.
Well, yeah, because it's not as fun.
With beautiful art like that. Poetry in writing.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest Claymore to you. It's not terribly beautiful, but it is a fun magic system.
Stick the Figure 1 super chats today with Edge Litibus.
Yep.
Chris Fortin, welcome to the Gearbox. You picked a hell of a day to support our hijinks. Jonathan, thanks for the 7 months. Said he chose mercy, he chose love, and I was undone. Is no joke my favorite line in all 14.
It's a good
I've
line.
been waiting for you to get to this quest.
It's a good line. I agree.
She's written well. I like her dialogue writing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where did I leave off? Oh, I did the jumpy thing. So Ricardo, thanks for the super chat. Said Emmett Selk suggesting to Vothri that he create the cardinal virtues out of bodies of the first, greatest, and most devoted heroes is such a personal transgression. It's unforgivable. It seems on brand Emmett extra to me.
It's an interesting note.
Banshee Cord, thanks for the super chat. Like the stream, everyone. It is the will of our gear and savior, they of the roundest wheel, haver of the smoothest planks, the almighty trolley.
Can't argue with trolley logic.
You can't do it. Elvin celebrated 4 months by saying, I just poked myself in the eye. Kyle choosing the polite option always. What a bro. A warrior of polite, if you will. I'll see myself out.
I like cheesy friendship. I like big friend powers. I like it.
Warrior, you like big other things apparently, according to today's stream. Rami, thank you for the super chat. He desired the secrets of time travel from Gaha.
Okay.
We delve deeper into this through other chats as well.
Yes. But that makes sense too.
Yeah. He also just seemed impressed and maybe mildly annoyed that he didn't understand how he did what he did.
I mean, yelling, I wish his secrets to travel freely betwixt the rifts is way more badass than your villain at the end of things going, what? No, I need him to learn how to time travel. It's too cheesy. It's too cheeseball. So I agree with the choice if that's what they were alluding at.
Ooh,
with a cooler
what is
line.
Going on? I am dropping frames like crazy.
I was doing it earlier when I was getting in here. Yeah, so maybe the Crystarium's under heavy load today, or maybe they're working on something.
Yeah.
This place got a little silly on me earlier.
Seems to have sorted itself out. Seem to see it worked itself out. O'Conic, thank you for joining up. Appreciate the membership. So Ricardo super chatted, Emmett wanted the Exarch because all Asians need to discard their bodies or the bodies of their minions to travel across the rift. Exarch travel across time and the rift with his body intact. My question still stands. It doesn't seem like leaving their bodies behind has depowered them in any way meaningfully.
Right, and then Emmett said he found a body and shaped it into the one he wanted, so it's not even, I mean, granted there's a personal favoriting you might have, man, I really like that body, I wish I could bring it with me, it's got rockin' abs. And maybe like a favorite shirt, they want to pack it for their journey.
It does depower. I don't feel sufficiently explained in game by that, considering Emmett turned into a giant hell monster.
Yes, when he destroyed his body, so they don't even need he unleashed his body. But I think what they're getting at there being chat, is that your attunement to the body would increase, and so if you enjoyed hanging out in said body, you would be a more powerful sorcerer inside of it, a sorcerer of Eld.
Nope, now people are just typing La Habrea in chat. I'm just like...
Well, yeah, I saw the quote that La Habrea was weaker because he jumped bodies all the time, but La Habrea was also nuts. So him doing something that weakened him seems very on brand.
And now we're getting someone saying it's got nothing to do with the body. I'm just... This is just trying to have a discussion in real time on the internet.
And this is something we're finding too. It's been kind of a weird experience getting deeper in the game now, because when we have questions, we're getting wider answers. As we've gone, the path of answer has increased in size, and now we're starting to get to what players don't know or what there are fan theories about, but we're not sure of yet. So the answers are only going to get more complicated from here.
And then there's Soul Provider, who just wants to send a smile instead of explaining.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Fidgel, who eat at Lore Theory Crafting. Tatsuo, super chat.
Perfect.
Glad to see that once boobs were mentioned, chat exploded. Yep. Sideswiper, thanks for the 8 months. Glad you enjoyed this. To clarify, Emmett wanted was we've been over this.
Okay.
We've been over this. Shackle, thanks for the super chat. La Habrea was losing strength and his sanity with all his body hopping. Emmett was so much stronger than him because he tended to jump far less often.
Interesting.
I was unaware of this. Also, Emmett, it seemed like I got the impression that Emmett got shot a lot. It's just like standard conversation.
True.
Like when they made a big deal about there being a lot of cloned Emperor bodies just hanging out. So like to me that quantified how many times Emmett needed to jump way more than La Habrea.
Yes. Well, so what I'm going to run with now is a Yerk situation. So La Habrea went nuts because he kept occupying alive bodies that had other people in them and was constantly arguing with himself, and a little squash version of Thancred in there. Whereas Emmett had clone bodies, which likely didn't have souls. I don't think we've gotten into if clones have souls or not in this game, but it seemed like they were soulless, LOL. And so he was able to move betwixt them easier without having to argue with himself all the time, and therefore was more powerful in those bodies.
You guys need to read the side stories. Get out of here with that World of Warcraft crap. If I want to read the side stories, I'll play World of Warcraft, but they don't explain shit in game.
You know what you do? Right here. Yoshi, my request to Yoshi P, right here on this table, you just put the side story right there. Just put it inside the game. Just a little scroll right here at this table that I can go click. And I can click on Xenos' golf bag after I defeat him in...
It's golf bag.
Yeah. And then I'll read inside the game, but that's fine.
All comes back to it. I'm gonna wrap this up now.
Okay.
I was low-key hoping Sayela would show up full armor to continue bartending.
Yep, bartending in full armor.
I tell you, I am not at all accustomed to wearing armor any longer. Simply moving about it in it is taxing enough. Is enough to tax my strength. And fighting, any one of Captain Lena's recruits could probably put me flat on my back. Fortunately, I needn't rely on my sword to spread the truth of my fallen comrades' deeds. Only words and the passage of time will see their legacy redeemed in the eyes of the people. Thank you for accompanying me on my journey of remembrance to Ninval. May your deeds ever be remembered and celebrated, as all heroes deserve.
That's a pretty big tonal shift from your original fuel for the fire.
I'm so evil!
Yeah.
It was me! It was Sayela all along.
I make the joke in the video tomorrow too, but man, like, oh man, Emmett, what a misunderstood villain, what a cool villain, and then at the end, darkness reigned for 1,000, and you're just like, okay, dude, like, all right, man, fine. So much for nuance. Let's all scream about darkness. The ritual to come.
I mean, it feels, I guess, we convinced Sayela, like, hey, don't off yourself, and no, we're not going to kill you. But it feels like our argument pales in comparison to the zone-spanning jaunt we went on, where Sayela continued to be creepy.
Yes, yeah, but she was, she was doing it on purpose. It was a performance because she wanted to be put down. She wanted to be put to the sword. So she wanted justice delivered upon her still. And
she went to the Grahatia school of I'm the villain.
Yeah, well, it was maybe poorly acted in that way. I like the wording she used, but yeah, it was a little.
No, I really like this dialogue. I like how Sayela was written. It was by design, Raccoon. Sorry you're disappointed. Why? I guess raccoons would be disappointed for not tasty trash.
What? Disappointing trash? What about that?
Disappointed raccoon is this person's thing.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Said it was by design. Sayala on the wall of villains. Sayala goes in the same tier as Grahatia.
Put him on the board. Nice.
Yes, you're so villainous.
Horribly villainous.
So villainous. Hold on, I gotta cheer Giat while I'm here.
Good call. Good call. Gregor Comics, thank you for super chat. Knuckle-Eye is a dual star in the constellation Serpens, pronounced Yo-Na-Kal-Hai. Knuckle-Eye has bothered me every time you say it. Love you. Well, thank you for the love. I've never heard of the dual star constellation of Serpens, but I believe that Final Fantasy would use it as a word.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is, and it doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, constellations are cool, you know. Apparently, there are more. We are now on the back half. There are more stars that have been made than there will be stars made in the future. Kind of badass. We're the shepherds of
Kyle's
destruction.
getting into stuff that I don't know about.
Just there's a fun channel called
or ukulele. Okay.
There's a fun channel called Kurzgesagt, I think is how you say it. They make like fun little science videos. They're fun to watch. Good graphics.
Kurzgesagt. Oh, gotcha. But didn't teach you how to pronounce Knucklehead?
No, they didn't make a video about Knuckle-Eye, no.
Listen, if the game wants me to know how to pronounce people's names, they'll say their names in a voice-acted cutscene.
That would be a good call.
That's how I live my life, and I don't apologize.
Oh, she's got a bunch of optional stuff. So you can ask her how she's doing. She's tending the bar, cleaning up drunkards. Punishment you had in mind. I struggle to fathom a harsher fate. In all seriousness, I've been making an effort to use my spare moments to entertain patrons of stories of the Warriors of Light. The truth with all the forgotten glories and sordid details.
So yeah, if you ask about the Warriors of Light, she talks about how they were slandered. So kind of a window into what Sayela is doing post this quest to, I would hope, other patrons of the bar.
Well, and she's found
extolling the virtues of the Warriors of Light.
Yeah, she's found her redemption. Like we told her to go redeem herself, and she's kind of doing so.
Garrett lives his life one voice acting cutscene at a time. Damn right, Jelani.
I do think that's a fair request. In particular, what was it, Stormblood was difficult because you would get deep into a zone like Yansha, and only like after 3 hours of however you chose to pronounce that would someone say it aloud, and you go, "Ah, you got me. You messed me up." The greatest villain of her day, telling the story, betrayed those who defeated and set in motion culmination of the flood of light. But you knew that much, didn't you? Before I took that name, I was known by another in the 13th, a Sharld all but succumbed by darkness. There I met Nassian, who convinced me that the only path to salvation was to embrace the dark and journey unto this world. I have two objectives. One was to raise up heroes brave and true, worthy champions of light, Ardbert and the others. I would join them in their journey and shepherd them unto glory. Heroes need enemies to grow stronger, and so I sowed the seeds of discord. From Lakeland to Calusia to Amarang to Ilmeg, I set in motion events that would forever change the lives of my comrades and countless others. My second objective was contingent on the first. I would confront the adventurers forged by hardship into warriors of light and strike them down at the height of their power, ensuring that the delicate imbalance between the primordial forces would be preserved just so. But in the end, I failed. So she's immortal then, because she's bodiless, like she came over as a ghost. Not that I want to reopen the can of lore worms, but you know, she clearly,
no, what have you done?
Clearly has never aged, and is not body hopping as far as we know. So there is
far older than anyone naturally should be on
yes.
the first.
So a Knuckle-Eye has old habit. Old Knuckles is gonna have a Spider-Man girlfriend problem in Interview with the Vampire, where he's stuck as a kid forever. Did you ever watch Interview with the Vampire?
Did I?
Yeah.
Multiple times. I freaking love that movie.
Yeah, it was so he's gonna be a kid forever, which is a fascinating fate. I've always enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's a good trope. I like it in that movie. I like it in Umbrella Academy. Where else does that happen? That's pretty much it.
It's the only ones I can think of.
Yeah. There's that one episode of Futurama where they get younger. But their intelligence goes with it too. So they're not like they don't have the maturity in a young body. That's different.
Kristen Dunst, was that her name? Was that Kristen Dunst in Interview with Vampire?
Yes, it was.
Because they grew up. Obviously, they grew up. Yeah, because they're not actually a vampire. So in later movies, they're older. Obviously.
Well, it's not like they're in a sequel to Interview with a Vampire.
Yes, which wouldn't work
they're
because they got older.
They're their career as an actor. I love that you go to watch Spider-Man and you're like, this is bullshit. She grew up.
She wasn't supposed to get older. Peter, look out, she's a vampire. Peter, no.
I can't believe they cast the never-aging child as Mary Jane.
Get her off that piano, it's a lie.
Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. I lack object permanence now.
It does happen to some degree. Like, who's Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park?
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill, to me, personally, ruined his career by doing Event Horizon. Because I will never not see him without eyes being weird and naked. So, Dr. Grant...
Oh, those eye prosthetics are so bad looking,
They are
too.
super bad, yeah. So I would say that Sam Neill made a mistake there in my object permanence by pretending to be eyeless and crazy.
I think you're just saying that Event Horizon's not a particularly good movie.
I really enjoy parts of it. I loved
it as a kid. I don't think it holds up particularly well.
No, there's a lot of just bizarreness in there as well as dated things.
There's the dude like riding back to the ship, yelling "mother effer," where you're just like, what's with the tonal shift in this film?
Right, but he's also like his blood is boiling and like flying out of his eyes and stuff. It's a wild film.
It's a weird movie, but there's fun bits. I love the set.
The tension of it was really solid.
The ship is just scary for the sake of being scary.
Yeah.
But I just like looking at it.
And without it, we might not have the Reapers, and I love the Reapers, like sentient ships and all that kind of thing.
Space madness.
We have been recommended this quite a few times that we kind of do a tour, so why don't we go and do that? Let's go visit Anukalai, because we've been told to do that, and then we've been told to visit Old Lady in the steppe as well.
Old Lady in the steppe. Okay,
yeah, like a creepy grandma there with her lack of wrinkles.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna go Google Anukalai to see or hear how it's pronounced, but I have a feeling he's gonna show up in the future, and I should probably not watch a YouTube video.
Oh, probably.
About him.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm still struggling even with that phonetic there.
It's not required by any means, but I do see him coming to play. Endwalker to me would be remiss. Is that the word? Would feel incomplete.
He becomes a member of the Scions at the end of the freaking Warring Triad. Like, it seems important.
Endwalker, to me, needs that scene where, like, everybody shows up. Like, Sky Pirate dude shows up. Like, everybody. Grand Tour.
It didn't give me a port.
Oh, I used Return to get back, but I didn't have to because I've got a free port to Kugane. I'm going to free port to Kugane. I'm just discounting my way across the worlds. Betwixt the worlds.
I don't know why I just ready checked. Ignore me.
Emmett would be so jealous.
I've been moving some buttons.
And then down to Kugane. Would it be the Dawn? The Dawn Throne's the big one up in the air. I don't think it had. I'll go to the Dawn Throne. Pope cameo. Yep. Gotta have a Pope cameo. I do wonder if they feel a need or... I mean, how cool would that be, actually, if they went back and kind of Emperor updated the Pope fight, and you actually looked like an assy in there when he looked at you and did
Where are you going, sir? I don't know where I'm meeting you.
Go to the Sea of Blades to Reunion. I think it's Reunion.
Where is the Sea of Blades?
In the steppe.
Why?
Go to Reunion.
That would be the Azim Steppe Reunion. Okay.
I don't think it would be a spoiler.
Can I click on it? on a
Because it
map?
wouldn't make any sense. You would just see a person in a mask. It would make no sense.
What would be a spoiler?
Oh, wait. No, I'm going the wrong place. I haven't been here in a while. Where am I going? Where does... I think she's north, maybe?
What are we debating would be a spoiler?
Oh, if you know how in Empire Strikes Back, George Lucas went back and updated from like weird stuck stuff on his face Emperor to modern Emperor in the redo.
Okay.
So what if you went back to Pope Fight and inserted in Ghost Asian there instead of just weird like shadow version of yourself?
Oh,
because you wouldn't know what that meant. You wouldn't know what you were even looking at.
It would give away the goose at the end of Shadowbringers, because you see the Omoritines before the final cutscene of 5.0 where, you know, it puts the pieces together.
That's fair. That's fair. So
I don't think it gives away all caps too much. I think, in my opinion, Vicar, I think it's a pretty minor thing, but I would say is a giveaway.
No, yeah, I'm disagreeing with the idea that it's a spoiler, but Garrett is correct that it would take away from the end moment and it would be less dramatic there. So by nature, what they're doing is currently a better idea. All right, so here's Grammy. Granny goodness here.
This Granny, the one you insulted.
Yes, the one with the very smooth face, who is
the light shines, or within you shines as brightly as before, more brightly even. But your journey is far from finished. I shall pray for you. I kind of wish we had talked to her before we finished 5.0, so I knew what she said before this.
Yeah, well, we did it, gang. We did it. Much requested moment. You got it. Slam dunk. Well done. All right, everybody.
It's hard to have the before and after quickly.
Yes. What was the other one we were supposed to... Oh, a Knuckle Eye at the Waking Sands, right?
Would be Rising Stones?
No, he's... What? Oh, yeah, I guess he is the Solar at the Rising Stones. That is right. This is gonna be a big one. I'll pay. Oh no, it was actually more expensive to go to Ralger's Reach than it is. Huh. Wonder why Ralger's Reach is really nickel and diming me.
Dude, I'm so pissed at Uber.
Oh, I think I saw something about like you got like a flash deal or something dumb like that.
I landed from Austin. And I look at Uber and it's like $15. I get outside of the parking lot. It was up to 40. And I go, well, it's just getting worse as I look at it. So I guess I gotta eat $40 to get home. I hit book. And then Katie literally is on her phone and she's like, it just went down to 22. And I was like, well, I guess I'll cancel it because a $5 cancellation fee is still cheaper. Literally the second I booked it, it dipped down.
Why? Why?
Surge pricing. Uber does surge pricing because a plane landed and a lot of people were
hailing Ubers. Really?
Yeah, which I've seen before, but I've never seen it that high. The most I've ever spent for an Uber home from the airport is $20.
Are they doing a kind of DoorDash system where the Uber driver has to agree to the service so they, up the price of things to try to get you a ride in the first place?
I have absolutely no clue.
Okay, because I've heard the DoorDash thing where like if you don't give a tip, people can choose just not to deliver your food. And untipped food sits there all day.
I've never looked into how it works. But
that sounds villainous.
All I know is surge pricing is cursed.
Yeah, that's weird.
Anyway, where is I'm just gonna call him Cal because I give up.
He is in the Solar, so you got to go past
in the Solar
there.
itself. Gotcha.
So he's sitting on quite a few quests. I think they're all just extremes for Heaven's Ward.
Oh boy, tipping is not dumb. The only excuse is if you're in a country where they actually pay people a living wage.
Yeah, if we're having that conversation, but yes. Okay. A pleasure as always.
Bad take.
What would you ask? I'm not going to declare a bad take in their direction. More, I'm hoping they're saying that as an artifact of our society.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Okay. You're throwing down.
You don't tip. You don't deserve service.
according to what I'm seeing is only option. Oh my goodness, he's taking off his mask. Why didn't we already did this? Why am I going down the road to take off your mask? Oh, I think I'm getting a refresher. I think I've activated some sort of refresher. Champions found under the ruined star were corrupted by the captured essence of the primals, twisted incarnations of darkness. Those whose light who stood to oppose them were but suckling babes in comparison. Okay, I've activated some sort of retelling of their journey.
My only options are yourself or icons.
I am told that soon it'll be your turn to travel across the rift. How's a champion sworn to light could serve to redress this imbalance? What strategy destiny calls due to this battle? So that was... Tell me about yourself and tell me about... Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's any unique dialogue yet.
I'm not seeing anything.
$5.1. Okay. 5.1 is that business. Cool.
Gotcha.
Let's go check out the house.
Oh, yes.
All right. I will be right back before we tour the home.
We plan to eventually do most extremes. Not a whole lot of interest in super old stuff, but we do plan to eventually get through most extremes. Any quick questions for me while Kyle is gone? Feel free to tag at Grinding Gear. While I teleport to Shirogane. Oh, I'm glad we helped you install a pedestal stink. Generic nerd. That does not sound fun. What was the best dish I had in Texas? Definitely the barbecue that I had at La Barbecue. It was freaking awesome. Just freaking god tier barbecue. I would like some right now. Did I see a dog question? Where'd that go? How many kisses do you give your dogs a day, and is it enough? Impossible to count. Basically, if they jump up on me and want kisses, they get kisses. So it's usually at their leisure, whenever they feel like jumping up and dishing out. How was my trip? Oh, my trip was lovely. It was very good. Have I watched more Death Parade? I have not. We loved it, and then immediately got sad that there's only 12 episodes and are afraid to continue.
I'm back.
So I'll probably go back. Oh, welcome back. I'll probably do that after Spy X Family, which I'm still watching.
Oh yeah, look. So one of my requests here was I wanted lower walls. You can't get rid of the walls entirely, but I wanted lower walls so I could access these striking dummies from the beach.
Oh, you're talking about outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, lower walls?
Yeah, so I wanted these walls here because otherwise, there's limited room in there. I felt like I was spamming the courtyard, but now I can go out on the beach and practice.
Oh, that's fair. It does. It also just gives a really nice view of the beach.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting thought. Hadn't really thought about that before, but it looks really nice from our yard now. All
right, heading on in. I like the use of the gazebo for the entrance. That's cute.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I just figured it was some kind of grand entrance.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it looks like what they did was they kind of raised the ceiling up a bit, changed out the tape. Wait, why are all the... they're stuck behind a wall? I guess they're still useful.
What's going on?
All our poor fishermen are trapped behind the wall there. They're still usable, but they're trapped behind the doors.
Oh, they're hidden.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I...
But it's a way to keep all their features while still...
Oh, Mender, Junk Monk. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the rain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, our little Amaranth themed
that's
house.
good.
Looks good.
Hold on, I'm not. I should be wearing dark clothes for this. Okay, there we go.
It's a good tile set. I'm glad they added it to the,
This is
the housing
phenomenal.
possibilities. The top looks great. I think that this upstairs is badass.
Yeah, it's a nice lounge. I love the Amorantine bar. I would drink at this bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what
yeah.
are we hiding in there?
That's the orchestral roll is chilling back there.
Oh.
A lot of
Damn,
little
this is
hidden
cool.
crannies in the recent redesign. I like
Sasha
the,
wearing short shorts and using that C pose to sit. Yo, you scandalous bun man. Yo.
Oh, Warden of the Seven Hues. I thank you, Skillmate, and thank you so much for the redecoration. Looks great.
Oh God. Oh Jesus, I fell behind the stairs to the basement somehow.
Oh,
Help!
where'd you go?
Help!
How'd you get in there? Did you like jump?
I don't know.
All right, there's a button in your housing menu that allows you to teleport to the entrance if you do get stuck.
Oh my God. Oh, somehow I clipped down here. Hey Faye, what's up? Faye and I are putting the lotion on the skin.
I was given a 5 million gill fish, apparently.
Oh? Just
Apparently,
now?
yeah. I was gifted a mighty fish.
I was gifted a fish some time ago. It was off air, so well, my view was just on the stream. So if it's worth a ton, I was not made aware of it.
It says seafood. Am I supposed to eat it?
I'm going back to front door.
Oh no, it's for aquariums. Why is it labeled seafood if I'm supposed to put it in an aquarium? Oh, put it in the fish. Okay, how do I do that? Okay.
Yeah, according to Star. Yeah, we haven't done an aquarium yet.
No.
Where are you at? Yeah, I think I just stored mine for the time being.
Can it
'cause I
live
was
in
like,
here
well,
with
I don't
the-
have an aquarium yet.
Oh, here we go. Aquarium. Display several fish. There are 4 tiers.
Are you gonna
Freshwater.
put it in the monster? or
That's
the
what I'm
demon
thinking. You
wall
know, if it's a
tank?
big expensive fish, it should live with the demon wall. Okay, let's see. I got sunken treasure trimmings. Activate fish.
Fish activated.
Oh wow, it's a big
holy
fish.
crap!
And apparently, yeah, it took up the whole
Dude.
demon wall. It's a big fish.
That's a big, pretty.
It does look
fish,
good
though.
though.
Holy
Yeah, it does
shit.
look good.
Holy fish!
A lot of fish. Oh, are there actual seats up there? Did someone hide chairs in the
It would appear to be the case. Oh.
rotisserie, whatever?
I want to sit on the edge.
Yeah, oh, that looks great.
There we go.
Lots of room for chilling up here.
Oh, I'm nice and moodily underlit, sitting on the edge.
Oh
here.
yeah, you are. Yeah. There's a lot of really good lighting in this game. I'm excited to see the update a lot because they just need to bump it up just a little bit.
I'm curious to see if where all they're gonna apply it, right? Because they said they weren't gonna do the whole game at once. But will they hit housing, for example?
Yeah, I mean that seems important, but that's also a limited amount of people.
Man, I love the drop ceilings in here with the freaking lighting in the roof. This looks great.
I like
They
all
did
these.
Such a good job.
These are these tied to the lamp, the little jellyfish? I guess they are. They're probably part of that Amartine
I
lamp
would assume so.
chilling up there.
I would assume that's the case. I would assume that's the case. See if I missed any questions you could answer.
Oh, while I was gone, you asked for questions.
Yeah. Any plans to co-op Baldur's Gate? I don't think we've discussed it.
It'd be a massive undertaking. That's going to be at least 75 hours.
Woo.
It would be really fun, though. I mean, I would enjoy it immensely. It's probably for 4 players, but the previous game had, I think they called it Lone Wolf, where you could play 2-player and you had like buffs and stuff, so you didn't have to manage a whole party. We could also control 2 characters each if we wanted to, if that becomes a thing.
Gotcha. What? Are you trying to talk yourselves into playing Sons of the Forest or no interest? We mentioned it earlier. I didn't know of its existence until Kyle mentioned it on today's stream.
Yes,
So.
I'm very into the idea. But co-op survival games are also something that is not terribly like 4 hours and then you're done. Like you're not going to get a lot of content out of that. So it's more about choosing the investments.
It looks terrifying, if I'm being honest. It's utterly terrifying. Have we watched the sequel to Interview with the Vampire Queen of the Damned? I forget that's
Oh, I
same
guess those
author.
are tied together, aren't they?
I definitely didn't watch it when it came out thinking, time for Interview with a Vampire sequel.
Yeah.
I just thought of it as like its own standalone film. That I've only seen once. I've seen Interview with Vampire a bunch of times. And I saw Queen of the Damned in the theater, so I don't really remember it. But I have seen it. I think that's it for duo questions, unless you somehow can answer who do you root for in wrestling question, Kyle.
I cannot.
In this house, we root for Darby Allin. That's who we root for in this house.
I don't know who that is.
He's a wrestler.
I gathered.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't be a massive surprise. Shouldn't be a massive surprise.
Well, we can keep taking questions. Would you like to do a dungeon while we do so?
Yeah. Fire away, folks. Doesn't have to be a super chat, but they are appreciated.
Let's see. I got 82. I don't want to get too high on my others. I think I'll be samurai. No, that's 81. Oh wow. I'm actually getting kind of.
Not to disappoint Castle, but I have never watched XFL in my life, so no, I'm not following.
What is XFL? Is
It's another football league.
Is that extreme one they did like back in the late 2000s or early 90s? Like
I only know it exists. I don't know what differentiates it from the NFL other than not having famous teams.
Oh, what is this? Innocence
What?
Barding. Cool. Oh, thank you for the gifts, Mitchell. Much appreciated.
It's owned by The Rock? Yeah, I was about to say, I thought it was owned by Vince McMahon. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Mitchell.
I might change around all my buttons. What do we got? Ooh. Fate's Design. Well, thank you for the fish. We do have this lovely one right here. Yeah. What we got? Yeah, we got one right here. Allow me.
Oh, I just got Fate's Design.
No, this doesn't
I
work.
just skipped it.
This fish is
Thank
not.
you, Cadilana.
It's freshwater. Maybe.
Wait, does a tank have to be specific?
Yeah, there's 2 kinds of tanks. There's freshwater and saltwater.
I didn't know that. I just noticed that this freaking
Got fish size.
that these 2 tanks are Tsukiyomi tanks. That's awesome. Are they, or did you? No, it has to be. It's built in to the tank. Okay, I was gonna say, did you put a backdrop?
There's the whole thing. Oh, don't you
Man,
look
that's
nice
cool.
in there?
I put it in here.
Somewhere on our server, there's like a full-blown aquarium. Like someone took a large, and it's their personal
Incompatible.
large, and they made it an aquarium.
Okay, I can put it. Nope. No, I can't. Fish is too large for that aquarium. Okay. All right. You can change it to saltwater.
I'm pretty sure we have one on Coeurl now. I saw people yelling about while I was in Ul'dah once. Someone was advertising it.
I don't know. What are you doing, Red Mage?
Yep, I'm gonna be doing some Red Mage.
Let's see here. 82. 84.
84, nice.
82. 84. Okay.
Yeah,
I got nothing at 80.
You're just 2 leveled.
Yeah, just too leveled.
We can go lower.
Could Dragoon again.
Yeah, if you're gonna Dragoon, I can do some, I do want to keep leveling my Archer.
Okay, well, Archer it up. Just make sure you yell Lana when you switch.
Lana!
As loud as you can. As loud as you possibly freaking can. All right, we need a tank and we need a healer. I'm gonna put my back to the wall, start jumping. First 2 people I see jump, I will invite you.
Solid strategy.
We got Faye. And I think it was Eddie Lana. Did you get those invites? Did Faye get an invite? I don't think it took. You don't want to run. That's totally fine too. Okay, cool. All right. Duty finder.
I'd be interested in doing another housing tour stream. That'd be fun. It'd be fun to do it like around a holiday. I'd also be interested in doing like a apartment tour one.
We can do another like proper house party too, because we haven't done a hang house party stream since we got the medium.
That's true. Well, we're definitely due for a React stream at some point coming up because we've got a lot in there.
A lot of very excited Shadowbringer suggestions.
Is this my layout? No. Was I doing controller for this? I don't think I was.
I have no memory of this place.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, there we go. Yes, this looks right. I don't have it all nicely comboed up.
I'd complain that I don't like the 1 AoE I have, but I can't even use the 1 AoE that I have.
I have good old Halatali.
Go way back. Are you planning on doing Shadowbringers Relic content? There are loads, zones, bosses, story associated with it, but it's a bit of a detour. Definitely not something we're going to delay moving into Endwalker for.
Yes.
It might be something we do down the road when we're current. That is not a planned part of our MSQ vacation, as it were.
There'll be a Bon's Jaw night, or however you say it, at some point.
I say Boja, but apparently I've been saying a Knuckle Eye wrong the whole time. So who the hell knows?
Yeah.
What do I know?
Just embrace it. Just embrace it.
It's like when I tell people they have stupid hair, and I, look in the mirror. But yeah, no, our plan is pretty much the same as we've always done. Well, obviously you have to do the patches, but we'll be doing all raid content, optional dungeons if there are any, and trial content, If it's an instance, we're doing it. And we'll be doing blue quests and all that stuff as well. Well, there aren't blue quests usually that we do for patch content because we can already fly. You get the idea.
Yes. There'll be
Our plan is the same as always.
Yep. Rayfeld, I think, has a super chat for you, Garrett.
Oh, thank you, Rayfeld, for the super chat. Garrett, just had my Tron preview last night. Curious about where you would put it compared to other Disney coasters. It's below Guardians for me. I really like the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster at Epcot. It is the most technically impressive roller coaster I think I've ever ridden. Tron is very impressive though, but it's short. It is a short damn coaster.
Oh, that's always a shame.
Yes, it could stand to be twice as long as it is in my opinion. It is rather intense though, so I can understand, but I like coasters, so I would like more of that coaster, please.
Well, that's like the Tiger Rapids they have in Animal Kingdom. Like, it's just too damn short. Nothing really wrong with it. It's just too damn short.
Never been on it.
Yeah, because lame. It's lame.
Yeah, but yeah, Tron, it's worth doing. It is such an impressive ride, and it is one of the coolest ride vehicles I've ever been in. But damn, it's short. But also, damn, it's cool. And in my opinion, the section that goes outside is kind of wasted. I'd rather have more time inside with the cool screens and graphics. But
It's all covered though, right?
Yeah, it's still covered. Yes, yeah, but the initial launch shoots you outside for a hot second, and then you come back around, and then it's full dark coaster from there on out.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a damn good ride. It just needs to be shorter. Like it's essentially a perfect coaster besides the length. And I don't know, put an edging joke here or something because that's just the way the stream has gone. So we talked about Baldur's Gate already. That's not a question. That's just explaining XFL. Going to Walt Disney World this week. What's a must-go-on ride for you? So Walt Disney World is non-specific, even though when I was a kid, when I thought Disney World, I thought Magic Kingdom. Dude, Epcot has just become my favorite park. It used to be my favorite park because it was chill, and it still can be chill, but also it has like some of the best rides now that it has Guardians in addition to shit like Test Track. Guardians is a must ride for me. It's appointment only. They're still doing virtual queue for it. So if you, whatever day you're doing Epcot, wake up early, do the virtual queue. It starts at 7 a.m. Make sure you do it on the dot because it books up for the whole day basically instantly. What you don't need a virtual queue for is my other must ride, Living with the Land. You can just walk right on that sucker, and you can look at all the wonderful veggies. You can smell that overly chlorinated water, and you can hear the pan flute. Oh, the pan flute!
Wow.
You can hear it. We usually ride it like 3 times anytime we're at Epcot. At Magic Kingdom, we must ride the Haunted Mansion, and usually Pirates. Although last time we were there, Blind for Pirates was ridiculous, so we actually skipped it.
Pirates
Although
is a good
now
one during a parade. Like, if there's a parade going on, you can get on Pirates
Yes,
real quick.
because it's close to the castle show. So if the castle show is going on, usually Pirates is a short wait. Also, if they still have it, get the 50th anniversary egg rolls at the egg roll cart because the 50th anniversary celebration is going away soon. But it's a pastrami-filled egg roll.
Gross.
And they hand out spicy mustard with it, and it's delicious. Dude, it's just deep fried pastrami with cheese.
I mean,
like,
it does sound, yeah. I don't like the word egg roll in there. You know, maybe if you called it, I don't know, like a
or spring roll, I guess is the card. I think they're technically spring rolls, but yeah.
Ceremonial croissant or something like that. I'd be all for it, but
yeah.
egg
They're
roll and
overpriced, but,
pastrami.
everything is in the park and they're delicious. So, plus I think you get two for like $9 or whatever. So you know, at least it feels kind of like a deal by theme park standards.
Yeah, a
Animal
rat.
Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom, I always have to ride what used to be Countdown to Extinction. Now it's just Dinosaur.
Yep.
I also really like the safari ride because it's real animals, and almost every time a giraffe sticks its head in my freaking cart, I'm like, hell yeah, hey giraffe, what you doing?
They need to get rid of the dinosaur part of that ride. Like, Dinosaur is a horrible, horrible movie.
I agree.
It is unwatchable. It is absolutely just unwatchable.
Yeah, I would put that in unwatchable category.
The Carnotaurus are awesome, but like the graphics are for the monkeys particularly are awful.
It was an interesting exercise for its time.
It was like an experiment.
No need to watch it now.
No.
Honestly, it's kind of how I feel about the original Tron. I've tried so many times, I've never made it through it without falling asleep or getting bored.
I mean, it is very
wandering
chill.
off.
It is very chill.
Oh, I love Legacy, though. I know it gets a bum rap, but I love Tron Legacy. Who am I missing? We did Animal Kingdom, did Epcot, did Magic. Oh, Hollywood Studio. I just Star Wars. Just get on Star Wars. It's a pain in the ass, but ride Star Wars. All the Star Wars rides are amazing.
Is Muppet Visions 3D still there?
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that.
Muppet
I like
still
that.
there. I love the Muppets. I was really into that when I was a kid.
Daft Punk carried Legacy. That's the only part I remember, really, is that they went to the club and Daft Punk was there and something. And I remember the end, like, she went into the real world and I was concerned because maybe she's never, like, breathed before. I don't know. It seemed... It seemed a little far-fetched.
You're, of course, that's where your brain goes. Of course.
I mean, I'm happy for him, you know. Like,
I would never think of that. That would never cross my mind in the magic video game movie.
Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with all kinds of things, like hunger. There's a great line in a really weird cartoon.
They had like a bar, and there was like drinks and shit. They clearly have a concept of food.
True. There's this great line in a movie, I think it's called The Last Unicorn. It's a really weird animation movie. But there's a wonderful line in there where she gets turned mortal, and she goes, "I can feel my body aging." And you're just like, that's badass.
Oh, I feel that in my bones.
Yeah, yeah, right? But like, literally, like, feeling your cells dying for the first time because you were an immortal being.
Oh my god, I legitimately did not remember that the ads spawn out of the freaking furnaces. That's how long it's been since I've been here.
Oh yeah, I guess I should help with things. No, the Last Unicorn's weird. It is amazing, but it is weird. It is a weird movie. I think Swan Princess is weirder, but I really like Swan Princess.
I've never seen either of these movies.
Have you ever seen Anastasia?
Yes, I have the art book.
Okay, yeah, Anastasia. Anastasia's
I remember thinking it was a very cool looking movie when it was new.
Yes. Ferngully, all those sort of crazy ones, but I think
I watched Ferngully. Ferngully was a staple of my childhood. So was Land Before Time. What was the other one that wasn't a Disney movie? We Were Back, a dinosaur story.
Yeah,
Watched the crap out of that.
With Brain
and
Drain.
Page Master.
The Page Master. Yeah, that's a good
Page Master was a fave. I had Page Master on Sega Genesis. Remember getting it at a KB Toys in the bargain bin.
Nice.
Excuse me while I pass on all this stuff except the music because I don't have that track apparently.
It's still greeted, but I mean, with the Doman children no longer needing them, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it other than just selling it and making money.
Glam prisms.
Yeah.
Turning into glam prisms. Generic Nerd, thanks for super chat. GG drinking game, Epcot, TTRPGs, art rants, and by design. You would die any random stream. You would die of alcohol poisoning. Do not recommend. We do not endorse this.
Nope. It's not official.
Do not play that game.
Not official.
Unless you're playing it with like a 1/8 shot glass and you're doing it with like low proof alcohol. I forget.
I've never seen Brave Little Toaster.
It's depressing. It is very sad.
Like, because Land Before Time is sad, but...
Land Before Time is very... Yeah, you know what? A lot of those are depressing. They're very sad. To me, Dumbo goes over the line. Dumbo is too depressing to watch.
Sure, yeah. Dumbo's... And it's cruel. It's just a cruel movie.
Yes, it's also cruel. Yes, Dumbo is a cruel movie on top of that. Bambi, I also think, kind of crosses the line. It's too sad for me.
I can see
too sad for me, and it's not dinosaurs. I can stomach the sadness of Land Before Time because it's dinosaurs.
Sure.
Like, even as a kid, I was like, if I'm going to be sad, I'd rather be entertained by dinosaurs than deer.
I can see a world where my parents didn't want to show me Brave Little Toaster because I had some serious attachment to objects at times. And we moved a lot, too.
Bad movie to watch, if that's how you operate.
Yeah, we moved a lot, too. So they probably didn't want to reinforce inanimate objects like toasters becoming emotionally sentient.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Sable Azure. Thanks for your first super chat ever. Said, after I rode the land at Epcot 21st birthday, I tried for 2 years to get an internship since my degree fit perfectly.
That'd be chill.
Do they have specifically internships for the land? I mean, I know they have like proper scientists and stuff that work there. It's a working lab. At some point this year, we are going to finally do the Behind the Seeds tour.
Wow.
It's gonna happen.
Wow,
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, Kyle. It's gonna happen.
Well, let's get some tombstones here. We'll just let's just pull no matter what your level is. I'll do a little healing. I could use the practice.
Okay. Well, if we want tombstones, I'm too low level for anything else. So, although I'm close, but we don't need to do it today. I'll just I guess I'll summoner or scholar because they're 82.
You know what movie was 84. Better than it had any right to be? Spiderwick Chronicles. I really like that movie. I've never read the book, but
never saw it.
It was actually like, I mean, basically it's the storyline of a kid who finds a monster manual and then using the Monster Manual to explore as a fairy world. But it spoke to me, man. I thought that movie was badass.
Podcast tomorrow? No, podcast should be Thursday this week.
Oh, can we announce our guest? Are we?
Oh, by the way, we can announce our guest. Yes. Yes, I'm brain farting all over. We will be joined this Thursday by Joe Cat.
Yeah.
Joe Cat will be joining us on the podcast this Thursday.
Visited by Joe Cat this Thursday.
I'm looking forward to it. Be a good time. Joe Cat asked, what are we going to talk about? I was like, definitely Final Fantasy 14, but also probably just talking shop.
Yep. Talking YouTube.
I want to hear what it's like doing what you do, what your process is like, just geeking out about making stuff in general.
Sounds like a good time. Gravity Falls is also a, yeah, you're right about that. Gravity Falls is a find a monster manual kind of show. I like Gravity Falls.
I was about to yell off topic because not a film, but fair. Still on topic. Still on topic.
Oh, I do not have my shield spell that I'm trying to desperately spam. Okay. But yes, the bouncy ladies.
I always forget that they're ladies. Just scary face, chest monsters.
I don't remember Secrets of Nim. I think I've seen it. That's the one with the mice.
Yes, I also haven't seen it.
I tend to avoid movies about mice.
Oh, I loved Fievel growing up.
Fievel's freaking weird, man.
Somewhere out there is the only animated song that rivals a Disney song.
Okay, wait, is that the one the little girl sings in the early bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is. It is sweet. It's very sad.
It is a legit song, which most non-Disney films, the music is just bad.
I also remember like really trying to get into Redwall when I was younger. Those books were hard.
Never heard of it.
Redwall? I'm sure they've probably tried a million times to make it a movie, but I don't think anyone's ever done it justice. There's like a PBS show that would run occasionally.
Aperture Engineering, thank you for the super chat, says, remember to ask him about why does he love the Charge Blade so much and why he believes the Charge Blade to be the best weapon class in Monster Hunter.
Oh, very good, very good.
Took me a second to realize what we were talking about there.
Yep, Joe Cat. We're talking about Joe Cat.
Yes, Joe Cat. Joe Cat. That's bait? Okay. Have not watched his Monster Hunter videos yet.
Nope, I've seen many of his D&D videos. Oh no, I got perfectly pushed back in.
That was my beam.
Yeah, Redwall was way too advanced for me. I'm not a good reader, so there's that. Animorphs was right on brand, though. I loved Animorphs.
I was a Goosebumps kid.
Yep, I believe that. Can imagine you reading the Goosebumps.
I was an art grump about Animorphs even as a child. I was like, these covers.
Oh, the
horrific.
covers? They were pretty okay.
I can see why they work for people. I've been a particular snob my entire life.
Well, there was a reason to be snobby about the covers, but it's not that reason. The reason is that they made it very clear that you could only wear leotards and other tight clothes in order to transform in. But in the covers, they were all over the casual clothes and sweaters and stuff, which would
because that would look horribly stupid.
Yeah, it would, and it's a book idea. It looks stupid. In practice, you should never do a live-action film where everyone has to wear, like running shorts in order to transform into animals.
I'm glad that they just didn't think about it. They're like, don't think about it too hard with the Hulk and MCU stuff. Just like,
Sure.
Just stretch it close. I was, enjoying hotel television, so I saw the second Ant-Man over the weekend.
Which one was that?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, okay.
The one with Michelle, where they roll out Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
It's literally the only reason I can tell the difference, because I think the Ant-Man movies all kind of blend together.
I remember.
I guess the first one, the villain is the dude from House of Cards. I like that actor.
There were villains in House of Cards?
The first season, I guess he's kind of a tragic character. The bald dude.
Oh, I don't know. I just figured the main character was the villain, and we watched him be villainous.
Yes, but kind of the opposition to your anti-hero protagonist. Technically everyone in House of Cards. Some people trying to do the right thing. Some people, but yeah. But yeah, he was in. He's the villain in the first Ant-Man that goes down the MCU trope of I'm the villain in the exact same costume as the good guy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they do that a little too much, don't they?
Literally in the very first MCU movie and a billion since.
Wait, whoa, no. The Iron Man thing, that was clear enough. That was cool. That was cool.
But it's the same basic concept, which I have taken what you're trying to accomplish and flipped it on its head.
Yes, I'll use your powers for evil, shall I? Yeah, okay, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it even happens in Doctor Strange. They're all using the same powers.
The freaking Black Panther. Before
Black Panther
the bad
did do that,
CG
didn't
fight.
they? Dude, that fight is so awful. The train
It's
fight.
terrible, which is such a shame because that first movie is so good. I haven't seen the second one yet. There's not a take about the second movie. I just haven't seen the second movie
I
yet.
haven't seen it either, but man, that train looks so. The CGI was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly bad.
It's rough. It's rough, buddy. That movie's so good. One of the best villains in the MCU. What is happening to me?
We're all dying horribly. I think I was slacking on healing, seeing if I could just practice my damage here.
Oh, you're healing?
Yes.
Oh, that explains what.
So it's all my fault.
Shade!
You could have been healer.
I could have. Notice how I'm not. I thought we had a healer already, and you were doing damage.
No. I still need more astrologian practice with these bars I've set up.
Well, well, now the truth comes out. Trying to make me feel guilty, and you're like, well, I need the practice.
I'm practicing using divination and light speed at the same time.
Nice. I don't know what that means. That means nothing to me.
Yeah, well, Friday while you were out of town, we had a nice little questing adventure. We went and did 4 of the job capstone kind of quests. Those were actually really cute and rather romance-filled. 2 out of 4 romances, which was nice because, as we all know, I think there should be more romance in Final Fantasy XIV. And there's a severe lack of it. And people have said, well...
that explains the out-of-context comments I saw on our channel.
Oh, okay. Were there people commenting on it?
There's a couple, yeah. I'm like, why are we talking about romance? But I agree with you. I would like some romance in this damn game.
Yeah, they don't need to kiss me. They can kiss each other. But, you know, more
give me some confirmed love.
Yeah.
In before the unattributed Yoshi P quote that Yoshi P left these things ambiguous on purpose.
Right, but
I've heard that one. I don't care.
That way, there's also, other people could fall in love, and then there could be
still
other
want what I want.
Yeah.
And what I want is smooching.
I mean, you can literally, like a real person would in real life, say, "I'm sorry, I'm taken, but thank you." Like, you go to kiss your toe, and she's like, "No, I actually love Oriange's butt." And it's okay, fine, fair game. Good point. All yours. What is ice for? Melee.
Then we could have some drama because Hien hits the scene and whoever's taken is like, damn.
No, Runar got friend zoned real bad. It's sad. It's sad, but yeah, that's what happened.
This whole game is one big friend zone.
He gave it his all too. He picked her up and was tossing her up and down, staring in his eyes, and she was just kind of like, "What do I do with this?" And yeah, no, Runar got friend zoned real bad. It was a real shame. He really went for it too. And then he was like, "You want to go? You want to go to the Crystarium dance as friends?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds fun." And his heart just broke because he panicked and said, "As friends."
The Crystarium dance.
Yeah, you know, when when everything's going well and Crystal Egg's actually like,
and future Grahatia has to get up on stage and play guitar to save past Grahatia.
Exactly.
One Gunslinger, good day. Redwall and Animorphs were both great book series.
Perfect.
I have no frame of reference for Redwall, and very little frame of reference for Animorphs.
It was like Animal Game of Thrones. Like, you know, not as gory, of course, but wait. What? Wait, what? What? Wait, what?
What? Huh?
What are we doing? Aren't we supposed to be on a bunch of platforms? Did I forget something? Why are we in a circle platform?
Did they change this?
I guess so. Yeah. Why would they change this again? Didn't they just change this? Because we've run this since... When was it up? Because they changed it back when they added support duties, so they changed it again? Is he about to have a wicked fart? Oh no, his wings. Wing attack.
Ah. Did we not do the platforms?
Yeah, it looks like they got rid of probably because the support duties couldn't do it.
This is a downgrade if that's the case. I like the platforms.
Yeah, so they did a minor update there when they were going through, but looks like they went through for support duties and...
They added Minfilia?
Added Minfilia? Why would Minfilia be here? I don't remember.
See if he gets it. See if he gets it, anybody. No? Okay.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
it's a dragon. It's a dragon Akmorn. You said minor.
Oh! Okay.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm so sorry. It's not my
You let
intention.
us all down, Kyle.
Yeah.
Generic Nerd, thank you for the super chat. Best part of MCU, Lewis still thinks they have a missed opportunity to have... Oh, wait. The MCU, Lewis still think they have a missed opportunity to have Luis recap the MCU before Infinity War. I would have loved that. I was very in on that fan request.
The what?
Luis is a character in the Ant-Man movies that just like recaps everything, and it's...
Oh, the hilarious guy.
And in my opinion, the most memorable part of any Ant-Man movie.
Yes, he's great.
Yeah. There was a fan cry to have him recap all of the MCU before Infinity War.
Yeah, he should have.
And sadly, they did not make good on that. I mean, clearly, like they couldn't have just like had like GQ's YouTube channel, like. I don't know the actor's real name, but you know what I'm talking about.
A little recap, yeah.
They're the ones that are always doing this famous actor recaps their the most well-known characters.
Oh, do they? I thought that was like Watch Mojo.
Is it? I thought it was GQ. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of those recently, though. I didn't internalize what channel it's on.
Well, that's a lot more forgettable. That's a shame. I mean, the effects were pretty, like the wings and the light explosions.
Yeah,
and stuff,
that's a straight downgrade in my opinion. That's a shame. I really liked the original fight.
Oh, but you get to do it with Amarek here? That's kind of cute, though. I do kind of like the idea of doing it with Amarek. Wait, who's number 3? Why is it only Alphino and Amarek? Why? Where's number 3?
We need smarter AI.
Yeah.
Smarter AI. That's what we need. That's what we need. Did either of us see Ant-Man 3? Asked Das. No. No, I speak for both of us when I say no.
Nope, that's in theaters, right? So I haven't.
It is, yeah. I don't love the Ant-Man movies, so I'll wait. Honestly, I just haven't been that impressed with Marvel movies recently. I liked Strange.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Spider-Man. And that's kind of it.
Got a line of sages.
Where's the phase 4? Phase 4 MCU movies. Need to remind myself. We did this on was it Oh, during the podcast, right?
Yes, we were talking about going to theaters and stuff.
Black Widow was not great. Shang-Chi was awesome. Eternals is the worst MCU movie. Spider-Man was great. Multiverse of Madness was great. Thor: Love and Thunder was really bad. And I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet. But I was super butthurt about Thor, so I've been a little off Marvel at the moment.
I think you need endurance for going to the movie theater too. You gotta like do it often enough that the inconvenience and voices and crackles of bags and stuff doesn't just drive you insane.
We go less often, but go to the fancy movie theater where it's a lot less likely to have that kind of disturbance. If you order popcorn, it comes in a ceramic bowl, so you don't hear the crinkle of a bag.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
It's one of those dine-in, like there's a full menu, full bar, like full leather recliners. So there's a lot fewer seats and it's more spread apart and you can reserve your seat ahead of time. We don't go as much as we used to, but now when we go there. And I recommend, although one time I did have some bastard behind me. There's little like reading lights so you can see what you're eating. And he had it on the whole movie and it was just like pointed at my chair below him. That was the one time I was really pissed off at that theater. I was really annoyed. But the last time I went to the cheap seats, there were kids throwing bottle caps the whole time. Like, so I was like, yep, back to the slightly more expensive theater. It's not that expensive to go, but if you eat there, it racks up pretty quick. So we've been eating ahead of time and just getting a bottle of wine.
I can see what Christian's saying too, though. Like if you were in a small town, small town atmosphere, you're going to have gossip and everyone needs to behave. So there's kind of a energy in the room that, if you piss someone off, it's going to be so-and-so's third cousin and grandma's going to hear about it, right? But honestly, Chicago had rather respectful movie theaters too. Portland's are just kind of like people on their phones the whole time. Like the kids are watching things on the YouTube at the same time the parents are trying to get some time, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I never see kids on their phone. It's always adults. It's always some like uninterested husband just making the entire friggin' theater glow. Did we watch She-Hulk? I loved it. I don't think you've watched it.
No, I didn't watch it at all.
I really liked She-Hulk. I was surprised because I wasn't really all that interested. But they went super breaking the fourth wall and they went super campy, and I found it extremely amusing. Also has a really good ending. I love the final episode. It was really fun. I for one welcome camp back into our life. We need more campy enjoyment.
I wish we had more campy horror games still.
Yeah.
But horror games...
I'm trying to think of an example.
They're expensive is the problem. The majority of them are really, really expensive. I am excited to see what they do with...
the last Resident Evil was campy.
Yeah, those ones are interesting. Because they're more like high-budget movies, right? That you're in and out in like 18 hours maximum. If you do like all the repeat quests too.
Yeah.
But they are really fun. And they work day one. Like that's the weirdest thing about this 2023 cycle of games. It's just how horrible the PC ports have been this whole year. Honestly, it's worth buying most things on console right now.
It does feel like we're back in the shit PC port era.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's very strange.
Does that mean Garrett likes Batman Forever? Kind of. Tommy Lee Jones is unforgivable in that movie. But I do like Jim Carrey quite a bit in Batman Forever.
Resident Evil: The Village, that's an interesting one. I thought the length was perfect. But if I was thinking more about the price of a $60 game, the length wasn't perfect, of course. But it was like they didn't have anything more to do in there, really. It ended when it should have. If there was more game, I don't know if it would have held up. Braid's great. Well, Braid's ancient, though, right?
I have not played Braid.
Braid is, if I'm thinking of the one we're talking about here, it's like an old puzzle game. I don't know how well it would hold up, because other games may have come along and, taken its thunder, but it was a very interesting game at the time.
I'm not sure I've ever seen this. Looks pretty.
But you know, it's a real
Quite
great
pretty.
game. Blinks the Cat. Blinks the Time Cat. That was fun. I really like VCR powers. If I was a cheesy supervillain, I would have VCR powers. Pause, play, rewind, fast forward. I think VCRs are awesome power sources.
Oh, I just want She-Hulk. I just want She-Hulk.
Blinks the Time Sweeper.
Sands of Time, powers, please.
Yeah, Sands of Time is good too.
Haven't played Stray yet.
No.
Heard it kind of farts off.
I heard it's fine. Like, it was pretty short, and play as the cat was kind of the big selling point.
I don't think it's the Time Cat you're looking for.
No,
Kyle.
that's not the Time Cat. No. It was not the Time Cat. Bastion, sure. I think Bastion suffers from the original version of that. What am I trying to say? Because I played Bastion too late, and it was an amazing game, but other games had thoroughly come along and destroyed what it made so unique. Like, you constantly get new weapons. Oh, you're always getting new weapons, and it was really enjoyable, but I couldn't help but feel like other games had modernized it more. The voiceover was incredible, like the sort of artistry that they did for it was great.
Yeah, I have not played Bastion. Which at this point, like, I don't even like admitting, because every time I do, I get lots of people be like, "You need to play it! Oh my god!" And I'm like, "I only have so much time."
But honestly, if you play Bastion right now, all you would feel, you'd be playing the original version of things you've now seen in all kinds of other games. So you'd probably be bored because so many games stole from this. I'm like Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a great example. Like, any of these games that came along and did that style, you're like, oh.
I have played Transistor. I haven't beaten it, but I have played Transistor. I like Transistor.
The soundtrack is amazing. In fact, the soundtrack.
Man, at this point, if I'm gonna play one of those games, I'm just gonna beat Hades some more.
Yeah. Like Defunct Rebel says here, if you love Hades, then Bastion is the predecessor. Yeah. So you're gonna feel like you're playing kind of weird, slow, oddly paced Hades.
Hades just like infinitely replayable. They really stripped it down to it, like,
Yeah,
the
very well
core
done.
fun of it. But yeah.
Well, sweet. Well, we got some a little bit more to do in the background here as we get ready.
We got to wrap the video for tomorrow.
Yep.
It's a doozy.
Yeah.
And I also it's going to be a two-parter, so I need to lay out the footage for next week's video.
True.
So we ended up with almost 3 hours.
I know on our time bar there, I was dealing with 13 hours of footage I was scrubbing through yesterday.
Well, that's including game footage. There's no way we had 13 hours of us talking. But I think just us talking was 3 hours. So I think this first video is going to be closer to 45 minutes. And God knows what part 2 will be.
Yeah, I would probably put it in that 45-minute kind of time frame as well. And then Thursday is Eden. So that's where we're heading.
Yeah, we got stuff. It's a big week. And Joe Cat on Thursday as well on the podcast.
Yeah.
So join us for that. Jelani, thank you so much for the super chat. Put it towards Vampire Survivors. Okay, I will. I will.
Yeah, it's fun. It's honestly fun. It doesn't look like it's a hideous game. It doesn't look like your jam. Just do it. It's fun. It's very chill.
Just give myself to it.
Yeah, just do it. Like, it's just fun.
You know what I really want? I just want a sequel to FTL that isn't soul crushing in the final stage.
There's a balancing act there, yeah. I mean, FTL, sadly, like many of those...
Have there not been iterations on the FTL formula?
I don't know. FTL is really good, and the music's incredible, too. I think...
Yep. One of the best game soundtracks out there.
Right now, FTL suffers from the problem where I'm like 3 jumps in, I'm like, well, this build sucks. Abandoned.
Yep. The final stage is such a massive jump in difficulty.
Yeah.
It really... it ruins the vibe of what is, I think, almost a perfect vibe game. But it's tough. I love that studio. Into the Breach is so good.
It is, anyway, but it has no good ending. No good boss battle.
With that, let's go wrap a video.
Okay.
Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning, everybody. Going live 8 a.m. like always. That's 8 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in. 2-parter for the end of 5.0. MSQ videos starts tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
GG.